Good day, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Top 64 main tournament group match. Today we have Group H, DubuDeccer versus RetropolisZone. Tracking for us today we have Aisling and Chuckles. And here in the commentary booth with me, Aisling, I believe, Aisling and Chuckles. And in the commentary booth with me today we have Drunus and Mario. How are you two doing today?
Good. Very good.
Yeah, pretty excited for this matchup. So yeah, we got DubuDeccer and RetropolisZone. RetropolisZone actually a pretty new runner to the scene. Just started right before qualifiers, I think. And he's been getting really good really quickly, so exciting to see him up on the rise. DubuDeccer has been around for a little bit longer. I'm not sure when he started, but
I think he started back in season 2 or 3, but yeah, RetropolisZone brand new. Like, I don't know if the stats page is up on the restream right now, but you can see he has 13 total races. So
yeah,
very brand new to the competitive scene, at least. I can only imagine that he's played a lot offline because he
for
does
sure
seem to be very good at the game. So
yeah, I mean the stats page is kind of one-sided, but disregarding that, I think this race can go either way, honestly. I mean, Retropolis did have a first place finish in the last 10 races, so
yeah.
you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, seed 25 versus seed 57. So the picks for this race, we got Dungeon ER, we got Scrub Shuffle, 1 chicken, and pre-planted beans. What are your thoughts on those settings, Drew?
I am just glad that they are settings that I'm familiar with. I was scared I was gonna be up here. Like, there are like a setting or two that I am like definitely super not familiar with. I'm not gonna like out myself because I'm still playing Ratchet. But
Don't
yeah,
reveal
no,
your
these are settings that I've played like hundreds and hundreds of times. So it's gonna be pretty nice. Definitely pretty spicy settings. The Dungeon ER can definitely make things pretty tricky with like song requirements and item requirements and stuff like that. Sometimes you just need a song that like you don't really expect to need, like something like Song of Storms being your go mode or something like that.
Yeah. And then we got the nice Spirit Temple. You have to go through Child Spirit to access Colossus or something like that.
Yeah, lots of fun little quirks to think about.
Yeah, definitely a lot of cool logic quirks that don't usually come up in standard settings, so we'll see how the seed plays out for them in just under 2 minutes now. Let's see, we're starting with a Spirit Medallion and Serenade of Water. Serenade not really doing much other than easier travel, I guess, as a child. Easier access to Lon, access to Market, just makes it easier.
Yeah, and then later on as adult, like, it's gonna be a lot more convenient to check that entrance once you have the means to do so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, it's not really logically relevant, so not the most interesting start as far as the song is concerned.
Yeah. But we'll see, we just got 55 seconds here until we get on the road. I think Retropolis really likes 1 chicken because he named his file 1 cuckoo.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Was he the one who picked the 1 chicken? Because I wasn't sure if that was like like he's a big fan, or like he just put it there to like remind himself that it's 1 chicken.
Either
sometimes it can help to have that reminder there, so you don't just walk right past thinking, or like being used to the 7 chickens.
Yeah, you get 4 chickens, and then you talk to Anju, and she gives you the items. Like, oh wait, I forgot.
looks like we are just about off here.
Yep. Alright, let's go. Starting as child. Oh, Deku rocking the Miku model. Love it. You got some early divergence here. Deku checking Mitos and Metropolis going to Switches.
Yeah, huge divergence here.
Big divergence.
Oh,
I don't know if
scale.
they're gonna...
I don't know if Retro's ever gonna find that one on it.
Wow,
Tricky
2 huge
locations
rupees
there.
annoyed. What a waste of money. Just throwing all that on the ground. Yeah, ooh, strength in Kokiri sword chest. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta say, as far as like this start is concerned, normally I am a fan of doing Kokiri sword first into Mitos into whatever else. With Serenade start, I would say the way Decker has probably done it is probably more favorable, especially
you
if
can
you're planning
Serenade
to
right
do.
out.
Yeah, if you're planning to do Lon Lon before Lost Woods, which I think most people do, it's gonna work out a lot better for you.
Yeah, I could even see a play to go straight to Child Domain here. You have the 2 checks in Child Lake available, and then the checks in Child Domain are Sphere 1 now with the scale Sphere 0. Oh yeah, Scrubs are shuffled as well. So we got the Scrubs in Lake here.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about that.
Decker making sure to pick up as many of these rupees as he can.
Yeah.
This early game, like with the Serenade start and oh, there's a bomb bag.
Nice.
He's gonna be seeing a lot of scrubs in the next few minutes. So.
Yeah. Lots of our Scrubs that are shuffled are Sphere 0 or early Sphere at that. So your wallet could run low pretty quickly.
We got a Cacta Queen Goma. So maybe that early, that one chickens is coming to play early.
And that doesn't have to be Kokiri Sword either with Dungeon ER, so it could be something
yeah, you're
weird
right.
like Hookshot or Trail Path to Morpha also on Decker's side. So likely to see a Hookshot somewhere there, but it could also just be access to Water Temple like Din's Fire or Magic or something else.
Something wacky.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Decker's doing what you said and doing Lon Lon before Lost Woods in hopes of finding bombs, and he did find bombs on the Scrubs in Lake, so he's going to have an early game advantage here, being able to do all the bomb lock stuff in Lost Woods while he's going through his first pass, while RetropolisZone is going to have to come back with that bomb bag, probably as adult, to get those bomb lock checks.
We got an early hook shot in the Lost Woods, so...
Okay.
Seed is opening up pretty early.
Yeah. Between the two of them, you got bombs, hookshot, strength. That's enough to go a lot of places early on.
Got some fire arrows. We basically have not been to a place that did not have an item yet.
Every place has been stacked. Ooh, Decker getting a nice steel stick there. If you crouch stab a Skulltula at a specific angle, you get to keep your stick. It does not break. And that's what he showed off to us right there. The bonus song is vanilla also. Doesn't do that much early game, but GTG is accessible now, and we don't know what dungeon is there, so it could be Deku for all we know.
Zelda's Lullaby on the other side. That is another song that's going to help to open things up a little bit.
Yep. Big Ron is dead also. And let's hope Decker does not warp out of here and remembers the scrubs. Nice. I have done that absolutely more than once. Just forget that scrubs are on and leave, only to remember 20 minutes later, oh, I just missed the Lomlan Ran scrubs.
Oh, we have our first dungeon hint, so just saw a hint that Ice Cavern is in the Water Temple entrance.
Oh, that's interesting. There is a trick that you can do to open up the Water Temple entrance with just hookshot. So if they find a gold scale somewhere, then they can actually get into Ice Cavern. But without a bottle, it's pretty much all for naught.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Retropolis is going to go out to Hypo Field to go to Lon Ranch. A little bit slower than playing Serenade, but don't blame him.
Yeah, he's also not gonna be able to grab that bomb bag from the lake going this direction, but I would imagine he's gonna warp out of Lon Lon Ranch, or maybe do like a Valley Lake sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping he's not forgetting about the scrubs. I'm not sure if he did the scrubs outside the Deku Theater. I wasn't paying that much attention. It's an early game, so a lot of stuff is going on.
Yeah, I don't recall him doing those scrubs actually. I know he did the one by the bridge, but that one's normally shuffled.
That's one you always do, so.
Yeah.
We'll see on Decker's side if there's something on those scrubs that Retro skipped. So yeah, now they're just tracing over each other's steps, kinda hoping that Retro, after Lon Ranch, goes to the lake and picks up his bomb bag. Yeah, I think also Graveyard was Path to Baronade. That was one of the hints in the Sacred Forest Meadow. Yep. So
Yeah, it's really hard to comment on like these these paths when we don't really know where each item's gonna, or each dungeon's gonna end up.
I was just thinking about that.
It's like it could be like literally anything.
Yeah.
It could be iron. So.
You can't just assume that a Path to Baronade is gonna be letter or ring now. It could be anywhere. Like okay, Retro is remembering about these skulls or scrubs. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got scrubs on the mind, so I think he will be able to get this bomb bag from Lake on his way to Adult, I would imagine.
Yeah, either way he goes, if he plays Serenade out of the silo or walks out to do Valley Lake, he'll definitely get those scrubs.
We are going to see some new checks on Decker's side, having this bomb bag in Lost Woods, but so far, not paying out.
I completely missed what that hint said, by the way.
It was a Goron Hammerrocks hint, I think.
Alright.
He's dead, yeah.
Thank you. Sometimes you just blink at the wrong time and the hint does not appear. Alright, so the scrubs on Decker's side. Oh no.
At the long shot, I guess, so...
Oh no.
It is something that Retro missed. Maybe not something that's going to affect your early game too much, so... he definitely has time to come back and grab that at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. Long shot pre 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, the long shot doesn't really give much of an advantage to Decker early game right now, because they do have a bonus song to cross the valley bridge. But if they find water, Decker will be able to do a bit of it, while Retro would not be able to.
Yeah, especially with like your bomb strength, ZL, like you're gonna almost be able to full clear water, and quite likely you'll be able to complete it.
Decker would just need a bow.
Yeah.
Be in a better position there.
Yeah, pretty much bow and irons are like and Song of Time, yeah, would be the things that are gonna help you in there. But we'll have to see if that shows up or is even required.
Got some new checks from Retro. Nothing on child fishing. And let's see if he decides to... Oh, he's going to read backlink hints.
Okay.
Interesting decision. You don't really see these hints too often because they're very slow to get to, but they could provide an advantage.
Yeah, at the moment, I'm not sure if he would have made it into market for daytime, so I think this might just be like a killing time of day sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely could be.
Can definitely give you a pretty big edge, depending on what information is back here.
Let's see what we got. Fountain is foolish. Okay. Depending on the second location of that hint, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you have to go up there, and the other copy of that hint is somewhere that Decker never finds it, Retro's already saved that time back, so...
Yeah. Chat asking if the domain grotto has a scrub. It does not. It is a fairy fountain. And Creator Scrub is dead. That's good.
That's another good hint, yeah.
That is an always hint in these settings with Scrub shuffled because it is the worst scrub in the game to get to. Yeah. Worst as in time it takes to get to it.
And we did find a slingshot here on Decker's side, so we're going to be able to see this target in the woods. It only takes 12 shots. Skull Mask is dead.
Alright, so Decker's gonna go market, playing Serenade to get the Owl Warp, and Retro, hopefully he remembers about the scrubs here, and doesn't take the Owl immediately. Good, okay.
Yep, it's really good to see. It's nice keeping these guys pretty even. I mean, if you look at the difference between the two, Decker has done more checks, does have that long shot. But they are pretty well neck and neck. So.
Yep. Also, chat can't see this, but every time I look on Retro's tracker, I'd laugh because Zelda's Lullaby is just labeled LOL.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Anyways, Decker doing bomb to bowling, just a slingshot and a heart piece. So he's gonna go up here and get 5 more rupees to do slingshot. Child archery, that is. And yeah, after this, they don't really have much reason to stay child. They got a bunch of stuff to do as adult.
And I gotta say, we're only 14 minutes in. This is my first time ever watching RetropolisZone play. He does not look like a new player at all. Like
no, absolutely.
He definitely knows what he's doing.
It is great to see new players come into the community, especially with how fast he's improved. Like,
yeah, it's actually nuts.
It's crazy.
I remember like, it took me so long to get like half decent at this game. It's crazy to see these new players popping up.
Yeah. So we got Valley Foolish, Crater Path to Volve, and DC Path to Bongo on the outside Temple of Time hints. Thanks, VXR.
So that is all of our path hints now.
Oh, so it is. That was quick. Yeah, Ticker's gonna be adult now. He's gonna read the pedestal, and we'll finally be able to see what dungeons we have today. Okay, we got Deku, Shadow, Jabu, Fire, and Water. We already knew that because of the path hints, but let's pretend that I didn't forget that.
Yeah, so for our stones, yeah, sorry, we're looking at DC, Spirit, and Forest for our stones, which is, I mean, we don't know what's on AD. I find that in Dungeon ER, AD is required a lot more often.
Yeah, just for the fact that at the Shadow entrance could be anything, at the Requiem, like, Spirit entrance could be anything.
Yeah, sometimes you need like Bolero to get into Fire entrance as child.
Yeah, lots of weird things that can make seeds just longer arbitrarily.
It's always the worst when you go to Fire as adult and you just see bottom of the well and it's like, okay. Yeah. With like Bolero on AD, it's like like,
yep.
What do I do? Like, am I supposed to do this? I don't know.
Alright, 30 Skulls is dead on Retro's side. He's gonna do something that Decker did not check, which is Hyrule Castle Fairy. So, we'll see if this is anything interesting. While Decker's doing Rita, Grotto, and Cac, and not being paid out for it. We'll be able to do most of the rest of Cac as well. Something here is Path to Goma.
Yeah, this is definitely a nice check to get out of the way. I'm not sure if he did read the Temple of Time hints, but at least from our perspective, like already having 2 Baron hints, you can definitely start looking into some of these places that normally would get hinted foolish.
Right. A little bit of metagaming based off the foolishness.
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, sometimes you just want to put these areas off a little bit just to see if the foolish hint is gonna pop up.
Yeah. So chat is asking what the Scrubs pick does. So Scrubs pick just means that all of the Scrubs in the game are shuffled items that cost 10 rupees each. Usually in standard settings, we have the Scrub in near the Lost Woods Bridge, the Scrub that gives the Deku Nut upgrade, and the Scrub in Hyrule Field as the only randomized Scrubs, but in this seed, all of the Scrub merchants are going to have something random for us today. So we got a bunch of grottos that you don't usually see in this seed.
Yeah, you're gonna see some pretty unusual entrances. I find like stuff like the grotto in Goron City is a little strange, and then there's some pretty weird grotto, like the one in like Colossus is a little weird. Crater's unusual.
Yep. Yeah, there's a couple tricks that you can get some of them out of logic as well, especially the one in Goron City. Let's see if anyone does that today.
Yeah, I think, I mean, like, Decker's definitely familiar with it. He has played, like, multiple multi-world tournaments and co-op tournaments and stuff like that, but...
Yep.
Retro being a new player, we'll have to see what kinds of things he knows here.
The Scrub and Jabu is one as well, yeah. That one's not really hard to miss though, because normally the elevator starts lowered when you enter the room, but in Scrub Shuffle the elevator starts at the top, so you remember that, oh, the Scrub is shuffled here, I should get it. Yeah, so Scrubs aren't always on in these settings. The S7 settings are draft races, so each runner gets to pick a major item, or a major setting to draft, and a minor setting to draft. And the major settings today were Dungeon ER, Entrance Rando, and Scrub Shuffle. The minor picks were 1 Kaku and pre-planted beans. And that's pinned in the chat for everyone to see.
Yeah, now that we're adult, we do get to see these players make some use of those pre-planted beans. So Decker did get to check the graveyard crate, which didn't have anything. We got a bow on the man on roof, and Bolero in our graveyard path to Baronade, so possibly
Oh, training
Jabu
ground
and
foolish.
Fire. Oh wow, that's a big one.
That's a huge hit. Okay. Decker did not do man on roof yet. No, he's gonna do that before going up to Goron City. Just a bit faster routing wise.
Yeah, and Dungeon ER Decker is somebody who prefers to like just rush into the graveyard first and then work your way to that side of CAC so you can go up the mountain.
But yeah, with that bow on man on roof, Forest is fully completable if they find it, which
Got a
is
Kokiri
concerning.
sword. Could be
It is done Forest.
Jabu and Deku.
It could be Jabu and Deku. Could easily be the path. But it also could be vanilla Deku. Because CAC is path to Goma, so. Got a copy of the Water Temple leads to Ice Cavern.
Very cool stuff. Yeah, when you're playing Dungeon ER, this is kind of like a pretty good scenario. Like you've found Kokiri Sword early, you have Bolero, you have Nocturne. I think like Requiem and Storms are like the only songs at this point that actually lock dungeons.
Yeah. It seems
Or
like
at least
it,
have like
logically.
some kind of, yeah.
Well,
I mean like Minuet can logically, but like,
we'll see.
yeah.
Alright, now we got Retro doing the graveyard stuff, and Decker is continuing with CAC, so Decker will be getting his bow. Metropolis will be... Did we even get anything in graveyard? I don't think we did.
Yeah, we got Bolero and Kokiri
Oh.
Sword.
No, the Kokiri Sword was...
was
No,
on
it was in Dompe, you're right. Oh, so the Kokiri Sword isn't path to Goma, it's path to Baronade.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
this makes sense.
potentially a bow or Nocturne for the Goma path.
Yep. So it could be Shadow leads to Deku. Could be... I don't know.
Wonder if after buying this shield, if Decker's gonna play the CAC archery. He does need to do this grotto down here. Yeah, it looks
No,
like
he already did the grotto, but he is gonna go
okay.
do the archery.
Cool.
Yep. And after this, we'll see if he walks up trail to check the entrance or plays Bolero. I'd see either play as a valid option at this point.
Yeah.
Could also go up river to check Adult River and go through to Lost Woods from there.
You could. Since they have scale, it's pretty easy to just dive through Lost Woods as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, reverse river would be probably the better option. At some point. Or just never do river and won't
Yeah.
have anything.
But yeah, it looks like we're gonna go up the trail, which is
Path.
I don't know. I think it's, yeah, it is path. I think this might be the best option, maybe. Just work your way up trail, and then you can warp to Bolero and go straight to Lost Woods from there. Maybe. It's good. Either way, I'm excited to see more dungeon entrances, and it seems like we're gonna get a lot here.
Oh. Decker getting rid of the bean that he wanted there.
We do have a big chest in the wall, so that could potentially be the path.
Alright, so we got the first instance of Dungeon ER here. The Dongo's Cavern is bottom of the well, so they cannot do anything in here as adult. Have to come back as child to even enter the place.
But yeah, some nice quick info, I guess. If anything,
wow.
just some hover boots here.
So that could definitely be a path.
Yep.
Trail was path to Morpha, so interesting.
Yeah, especially with like already having long shot. I mean, I guess it's not like super likely or frequent that long shot shows up in water, but there are things like in water that you can only do with hovers or long shot.
But we do have a long shot already, so
Yeah, so it's mildly interesting, I guess. Not super interesting.
it's something to note. Retro didn't actually pick up Bolero in the graveyard.
Oh, okay. I saw him. Yeah, I saw him open the grave. It's interesting.
Well, he doesn't have it marked on his personal tracker, so I'm assuming that he didn't pick it up. Maybe he's hoping to get magic because he has bow and fire arrows and would make that a one trip. But usually you want to prioritize songs above anything else in this game, so not sure what the reasoning behind that is. Could just be forgot.
Oh, looks like Decker's gonna be going for this Scrub Grotto here. 4 hearts
Retro as
can be
well?
pretty tricky. Yeah. We'll have to see
Does he
if
know?
these guys can
Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He knows the setup. That's crazy.
He's so good.
He's cracked. Oh my god. Wow, you don't know how like happy it makes me to know that he knows that setup. Like, as a new player, I would not expect him to know that. This guy's just full of surprises.
Yeah, he's killing it. He knows the strats.
And a mirror shield in the grotto here.
Yeah, pretty small payoff for a pretty impressive trick, but
Stone Spirit. We're just a strength 2 away and magic, logically. If we find that. So Ocarina of Time is looming ever so closer. And we got Decker going into fire. We'll see what dungeon is in here, if we can do anything at all.
I'm predicting Jabu. Okay, it's Spirit.
Oh boy.
Well then.
So, if he comes back as child, he'll be able to get the song at Requiem, because he can go through as child all the way, provided that there are
there's
keys.
a key, yeah.
We got Sun Song. The best song in the game.
Yeah, definitely a pretty handy one to have. Got a nice bean here that we can ride to the top.
Man, the more I'm looking at these pre-planted beans, the more I want to draft it.
Yeah, it's really nice, especially if you can master that
Oh, this is gonna be
jumping from the
pretty
bean
close.
into the crater fairy.
Just
It
1
could be a
second to
check
spare,
that
not
like
close at all.
you can do that nobody
Oh,
else can do.
yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Oh, a hammer and crater. Alright, that is path to Volvaje without a doubt.
But are we sure?
And we have Song of Storms on Ocarina of Time. Hinted at Medigoron, which I don't think Decker got that hint.
No, I don't believe so. And yeah, Song of Storms is pretty huge in these settings. It's gonna unlock a dungeon, which at this point can't be a stone dungeon. And it's gonna unlock a lot of scrubs.
So, Song of Storms is most likely required at this point, unless GTG is there. That's the only thing that could be there, and we'd still have the option of skipping Song of Storms. So 9 times out of 10, we're gonna need to get Song of Storms to see.
Yeah. Like, pretty much as soon as you see GTG, you know it's on. But at this point, if I were one of the runners, I would probably just be assuming that it's on.
Absolutely. I'd be doing all my stone dungeons now.
Yeah, so that
Without
mirror
a shadow
shield
of a doubt.
most likely actually gonna come into play.
Yeah. And I mean, if they find Forest, they can full clear it. So, if they find DC, they can full clear it as well. It's a path location also.
Yeah,
They just need 1 strength to get storms.
they can do it as both ages too, pretty easily, like the intended way. So.
Yeah. Inside of Fire was... What was inside of Fire?
Spirit.
Spirit. That's right. No, Red. Oh my. No!
Died.
Oh no, he's gonna have to reset. Oh, no,
No,
never mind.
we're good.
He just died.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure myself. I've never had that happen.
Yeah. He died the frame he entered the grotto, so it kind of confused the game there for a second.
And we have a
Unlucky.
letter here in the Crater Scrubs. So surely that's gonna be the Path Evolve and not the hammer, right?
Surely. Definitely need a letter in a bottle to beat full budge.
This is pretty wild though. We're finding everything.
We're finding
really.
everything! Like, we need like 4 items from having the entire stock.
Yeah.
We're missing Dins, we're missing Magic, we're missing Boomerang, we're missing Strength 2. And then
like,
we're missing Irons or Gold Scale.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You could see like a 7 dungeon go mode at this point.
It's funny because like that's not even like that's not even like, oh, that gets us into go mode. Like, these are the items that get us literally everything. Like, if you have those items, we're doing literally everything except like OGC.
Right, right. But they're still pretty close together here. Retro has to go back and get that letter in the bottom of Crater, but other than that, got Decker going to the Minuet song. And then
Yeah,
he'll
I
be
would
able to see what's in the
imagine-
forest entrance.
I would imagine at this point, Retro's definitely got scrubs on the mind, and he's gonna be going back for those. I can understand like missing a few in the first couple minutes of a seed, especially those theater scrubs. I've personally skipped those quite a few times.
The problem with those scrubs is that they're only here as child, so he'll have to remember to go back as child to get those. But we got Song of Time here, so Water Temple. We could do almost everything in water.
clearable. Yeah, just central pillar. Pretty cool stuff. What do we got here? We have Fire Temple, so
Alright,
gonna be
this is also full
clearing this.
clearable. Yep, definitely full clearable. Even without Scarecrow, you have Long Shot, so you could do Pixel Shot. On Retro side, he's not that fortunate, so...
Yeah, but luckily for him, or not luckily I guess, but he did set the Scarecrow song. I'm not sure if he picked it up as adult yet.
Mm,
But
Right
a
there.
pretty good heads-up play by him.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I think he's gonna do just that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would imagine from here, he's probably going to go towards the GTG entrance rather than going to Lost Woods. I
Does
mean, we'll
make
have to
sense.
see, but
I mean, we don't have Minuet or Saria song, so everything Decker's doing right now is currently out of logic. It's likely that the logic would be just find Iron Boots in a bottle to go to Ice Cavern to get one of those two songs. We'll see what Retro finds in Adult Lake here. Not a popular area, definitely. Adult Lake could be easily skipped by a lot of people.
also on his way back to check the dungeon entrance, did Retro stop in the Scrub Grotto to pick up that letter?
I'm not sure.
He hasn't
doesn't
marked it
have
on
it
his
on his
own
tracker.
tracker. Yeah. Luckily with Bolero, later on, like it's gonna be right there. So
Hopefully he does pick up Bolero.
yeah, but if he decides to go Child right now, it's not gonna be something that he has available to turn in.
Typhile, random warps are not on, so Prelude would not be Sacred Forest Meadow access. Oh, Prelude check, yeah. Could be. But we still don't know where Jabu is, so it's not entirely in the picture yet.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you commented on this at all, but Decker is not really gonna be able to go past here without a bottle or a tunic.
Well, good thing he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But from my experience, if you're really good and do Ocarina timer stalls, you can make it from this side room to the room past the elevator room with 3.5 hearts. With like 1 second to spare. But that's with perfect execution and no mistakes, so good luck.
I like
Decker
the
finding
if you're
positives.
really good from the best player.
Okay, well. Alright, RetropolisZone is Child now. So he's gonna be doing Night Market. Gonna get Richard here. Probably play Nocturne and do the Composer Grave as Child so we can get the Flame Storage out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna feel pretty good seeing that Bolero actually. Already having seen Spirit there. And knowing
Yeah.
that Storms is on AD, it's probably something he's gonna end up at least dipping his toes into a little bit.
Absolutely. He has 20 sticks maximum, so he doesn't have to worry about losing any. Oh no. Decker has to reset because, yeah, he can't go past 2 phases with bombs only. Or something happened there. I'm not sure what. He's not gonna try again. He's just gonna save it for later when he
I think it might have been a
multi
case of like
bombs.
the third bomb pull being too fast. I wasn't watching the early parts of the fight, but I know that is something that can happen.
Yeah, definitely. Retropolis pulled the stick too early. You have to pull the stick after the side hops to make sure you make it to the next room.
Yeah, but he's caught that right away.
Alright.
Seems to know what he's doing. I
Absolutely.
mean, like he knows like exactly where that transition is. So.
Yeah. Nice, good stuff. But it will not pay out for him, and
Yeah.
Decker will have the advantage of not doing it.
It is nice to have that like peace of mind though. Like you're not leaving this check behind. You're just got it out of the way. Never have to think about it again.
Yeah, Retropolis is going to be able to do Sunsong Grave here since he got the Sunsong at Bolero, and chain that in with Dampe, chickens as well. Since it's only 1 chicken. Oh, what did that say? Where was it?
BTG in the shadow entrance, so it is AD.
Alright, AD is confirmed. So, there we go. We know where GTG, Ice, and bottom of the well is. So, there we go. Yeah. Dungeon ER does tend to lead to more all dungeon seeds, so it's not all too surprising.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be in for a long one.
Yeah, or a short one. I mean, like we've said, there's
Yeah.
we have a lot of the items we need already, so
Yeah. A short long seed or a long short seed.
yeah, just one of those nice AD jets, you know.
Yep. Retropolis at 7 skulls can get up to 10 here in ICAC if he so desires. I think he does.
It's very pog.
Decker really wants more hearts to beat Volvagia, I guess.
Yeah, it's
I don't
actually
blame
it's kind of funny because Decker has most of the information he needs, but he actually doesn't know that Storms is on AD, right? Was that the one that was at Medigoron?
Oh,
I
right.
actually can't remember.
Yeah, the hint was at Medigoron, so Decker does not know that he has to do all dungeons. He might be suspecting it at this point, knowing where all of his side dungeons are and knowing that Bottom of the Well has some sort of actual dungeon.
Yeah.
Decker, please. I think he's going to check out the Ice Cavern entrance here. And without the Zora's Fountain Baron, he'll be doing some checks at Retro. We'll definitely be skipping.
We get to see our 1 chicken check, so that setting is no longer relevant.
Yeah.
Just a bomb drop there.
Accidentally reading the 50 skulls guy right in front of the 10 skulls guy.
Like all
The
the way
range
across
for those
the room.
are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Basically, if you can target the skull guy, you can talk to him. So
Mhm.
it's crazy how far away you can be when you're in. Okay, so Decker knows that Nocturne is Saria's now. He knows that it's a 25% chance of a dungeon locking song on AD. And we got a pretty clean King's Over skip. I didn't want to jinx it, but
Yeah.
at that point. Alright, Retro is actually going to be going to the bottom of the well here. And he'll be able to full clear. He has ZL and bombs.
Yeah.
Pretty good decision.
Yeah, pretty nice place to look for items. Of course, the fountain is not a very good place to look for items in this seed, but we do have
Definitely
a dungeon
not.
here, so
There's a big chest in the front well here, so
cool.
good stuff. Retro does know the fastest way to full clear well, also. Nice.
Yeah, doing those side hops as he's peeking the chest. Like, again, definitely knowing what he's doing.
He's definitely watched a lot of top racers. He knows, like, he's definitely picked up strats from everyone. You can tell a lot of practice has gone in.
Yeah. Still no AD hint on Decker's side. Now
Yep.
finding the other copy here in River Domain or Fountain, so still working without that information.
He's gonna try to peek the bottom of Fountain here, which we know is nothing, but it seems to be that he doesn't want it either. Or well, he can't get it, but he knows what it is. The seed continues to be fast. We got magic in the well, which is another item off the to-do list, and we got Decker in Shadow, which is in ice, which is interesting.
Yeah.
There is a chance that he can beat Shadow, but he will be leaving behind the checks in the vanilla boss queue room.
Yeah, luckily you can peek them through the wall. Unluckily, there's about a 50% chance that one of those is a key, so...
Yeah. It's very likely that he'll have to come back with Dins, but... and magic.
Yes.
Unless this is second magic. Oh
It
my
is.
god! No way!
Dins could be in here too, for all we
Yeah.
know. Like, we do have the letters, so this is all in logic.
Yeah. If Dins is just in Shadow, that would be the most luck sacking play ever. Like
Both of these guys fighting Dead Hand, they're neck and neck.
they're
They
both
just
using
picked up their magic and just came into Dead Hand.
strats. Yeah. Oh my god. What a game. Alright, both the dead hands not paying out. Retro doesn't know the chest, backflip on the chest strat if it's big. You don't have to climb the vines that way. Oh yeah, chat bringing up a good point that we haven't fulfilled our DC Path to Bongo hint. And this is entirely in logic. The only thing we're missing is Dins.
Oh, yeah.
They have strength to do the falling ceiling room. They have bow to cross the gap and long shot. Like, they have bombs. They have everything. Except for Dins.
Yeah, it has to be Dins, doesn't it? That's pretty tough.
So, if Decker does a little more thinking about it, he could get to the shortcut block and dip there and not gamble on the floor master, because we know that would be incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think looking at your paths, you should probably bail at the boat. Then again, like, what if your iron boots or gold scaler back there? Well, I guess, no, sorry, DC is not going to be at the bottom of the lake.
No. But... yeah, DC isn't at Shadow either, so Dins can't... Dins definitely can't be. Dins is definitely in DC.
Yeah.
So... I guess we could find lens here for logical access to spirit location. but they don't need that. Yeah, I think they can access every unhinted dungeon entrance now.
Yeah.
Unless I'm forgetting something.
No, I think you're right. So I didn't actually see what the right side of Child was here, but we do have a boss key in Child Spirit.
Alright, that's definitely required, so...
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Wow, Retro
Dip.
just knows not to roll there so he doesn't get thrown off the bridge. Very cool.
That's wild. That's like a little bit of, like a tiny piece of knowledge that like not too many people know. I've definitely seen like a lot of people, even this season, getting screwed by that green bubble because they roll across the bridge. That's something you're not supposed to do. He will throw you into the pit.
Yeah. I've definitely done that before. I can't lie. Well, let's see what... Retropolis is not going to Lost Woods to pick up his long shot, so... hopefully he didn't mark them off in his mind or his tracker. I'm not sure if he uses a map tracker or not. But he does at some point needs to go back to the Deku Theater location to get his long shot off the scrub.
Mm-hmm.
Or else he will not be able to complete the seed.
Yeah, maybe gonna hold out and see if we can get like Sarya's song or something before heading back in there. And just like full clear the whole Lost Woods.
True. Lost Woods and Goron City, Childborn City.
Yeah.
But we know Sarya's song is on Burning Cack, so you would need to find DC, Shadow, and Jabu as well as Boomerang, and it'll be a long time to go without the long shot.
Yeah, definitely. But we are gonna see him going back for this grotto here, hopefully. Hopefully he doesn't just walk right past it. It's right
Pause
there.
jam. Alright, it's alright, shake it off.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's gonna go up the bridge, hopefully with it like right there in his
Yeah.
sights.
Please.
But he might just not even be
I
thinking
think
about it. No, he's got it. So he's gonna pick up that ladder, which we know is 100% required. You will have to go to the Jabu entrance and do whatever dungeon is there.
Word of advice, if you're watching this back retro, if you put on hover boots, when you use hammer on that rock, you don't get recoiled, so it's faster.
It's too many buttons, man.
I'm just the lover of hover boots tech, as a lot of people know, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got his letter here, so the ice cavern entrance is in logic. We'll see if he decides to go there. And I'm assuming that he is going to do what Decker did earlier and go check out what's at Forest and then go to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, makes sense. You have to pick up a song, peek a dungeon, get some info.
Yeah, Fox, welcome in. We absolutely need Dins for the end of Shadow, or else the path hint does not make sense. We have DC path to Bongo, and we have everything else in logic to beat Shadow.
Yep, pretty unfortunate, but I'd imagine like Decker probably knows this and is probably just doing these checks because it's a lot of checks and
Yep.
still don't know where DC is. So.
I mean, even if you don't realize the DC path to Bongo, there's just a chance you leave at the boat because the odds of you getting locked out is really high.
That's true.
Decker, you're not gonna be able to make it. It's okay. You can wait until this fan stops blowing.
Retro probably pretty excited about this chest, but it is just another slingshot.
Yep. We found all of our slingshots. Funnily enough.
At this point, these guys are probably conditioned to like seeing a big chest and being like, "Oh yeah, this is a required item."
Oh, I didn't actually notice, but Retro is playing with a custom model. It's a different Link. I'm not sure which Link it is. It might be. I don't want to guess. 'Cause I'll get it.
Yeah, that's gonna make fun of you. Don't.
Yeah, it's definitely not original Ocarina of Time Link.
Yeah, no, I think that is called HD Link. I think that is correct. From the chat there.
And we got Retro finding Fire Temple. Him being at 6 hearts, he'll definitely be able to take out Volvagia without a hitch.
Yeah, I mean, based on
Hopefully.
what we've seen so far, probably not going to have any trouble. And we do see a glove tunic from Decker, so he will no longer
Nice.
have any trouble.
Yeah. Maybe that'll put that back on his mind. But Retro is going to be able to do these rooms a little bit cleaner, having magic to do quick spins.
Another big chest here in the end of Shadow.
And just disregarding the skull in this way.
We have
Oh
the
my god,
Iron Boots.
Okay.
Gets us into Ice Cavern at the bottom of Lake. So potentially something good down there, maybe a Requiem or something like that.
I'm not sure, did we find the boss key for Shadow Temple yet? Because if we didn't find it, Decker absolutely leaves here. Otherwise, he might go and gamble if he doesn't look at his paths. Oh no, Decker.
Don't jump up.
Oh no, okay, it's over.
Yeah,
It's not
pack it
over.
up.
I'm
It's
just
over.
kidding.
Okay, he
Still
does
got a
have the
lot of
boss
the
keys. So.
Okay,
Oh,
here's
no,
just
he's
getting
grabbing the skull and warping.
Cool, cool. Look at him go. Alright, he was just getting that skull to make an even 10, so he can check that on his way to somewhere. I don't know where he's gonna go.
I guess he's turning in 10. He could check the Sunsong Grave. Looks
He
like
does not want to check the Sunsung Grave.
doesn't have that in mind. It doesn't have anything anyway. He knows it. It's fine.
Yeah, he just has a feeling.
Yeah.
He's just a funny guy.
It's just a funny guy doing funny Ooter things.
He's getting this skull. I never get this skull unless it's my 10th or 20th, so interesting decision, but I guess it's fast with long shot.
So yeah, he will be getting his 6th heart container here.
Hooray! They both have 6 hearts, single magic, and a dream.
Yep.
So yeah, Decker can access Ice Cavern, but does not have an empty bottle to do anything there. And blue fire arrows are not on these this time. Not to mention we don't even have ice arrows to see. But
It's pretty interesting. I think having like so much to do as adult right now, but going child. I'm not sure. I guess he wants to turn in the letter to get the bottle so he can do ice.
yeah, there's also
And then
bottom
just
of the
hoping it's,
well
like,
that he
Requiem or
doesn't,
something.
that he hasn't done yet.
Yeah.
And turning in the letter gives you access to Jabu entrance, which could be DC, which is Path to Bongo.
Mm-hmm.
Could be Deku Tree. They also have Kokiri Sword, so they can check out what's at Deku. I'm not
That's
sure
a fair
if
point too.
Retro forgot about that, or...
I was kind of thinking like maybe you put off the child entrances while you like search around for Boomerang a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the other hookshot that Retro is missing is in Lost Woods. It is one of the scrubs by the Deku Theater.
And yeah,
That's-
Fox, that's correct. That trick is turned on in Dungeon ER. When Dungeon ER is enabled, there is a trick also enabled that will put the DC right side skull in logic with the Armos. Basically, you push the Armo statue and then hop on top of it to get up to the skull, so that that entrance can appear, or that dungeon can appear at the Jabu entrance. Just gives us a little more variety. Otherwise, there's only like 3 dungeons that can be there. It's super interesting. But
Yeah,
no,
we know
there's-
Jabu can't be Deku because of the Path to Goma hint. Yeah, Graveyard with
This
passive.
fails.
Oh no. Yeah, Retro's
You
gonna be
got
sad.
Troll Hold. If you get Troll Hold, it's better to pull Volv's face towards the center of the arena so that the bomb doesn't hit.
Yeah, anywhere but like right in front of the place you're trying to bomb.
Yeah, but the chances that he gets Troll Hold twice in a row, not very high. I'd imagine we're gonna see a pretty.
And now
clean
you
fight.
just cursed him.
Yeah.
So let's see. We got Path to Deku, we got Kokiri Sword, and we got Bolero, right? And Bolero's probably not the path, because that just leads to Spirit. So Deku's probably just vanilla at this point. And that's a pretty fast dungeon with pretty accessible checks.
Well, I don't know. It is the Baronade path. That's like...
Oh, I keep mixing it up. My bad. The graveyard
That's
and CAC are just like right next to each other, so you know, it's easy to. Well, even more so, then you should be going to check out what's at Jabu because it's likely Jabu's just at Deku.
Yeah.
Okay, Thunder, I don't appreciate your sass.
I mean, it gets a little confusing, you know. You got like the whole like Dompe into windmill, and it's like if it checks on this side of the block, it's in CAC. If it's on this side of the block, it's in. Yeah. It's a little weird,
Okay.
a little confusing for new players like Mario.
Oh my god. Yeah, we know this is AD 100% Jadu. Song of Storms is on Ocarina of Time, and In the Well is one of our medallion dungeons.
Yeah, so I didn't end up cursing it. We have a nice clean Volve fight, no troll hole.
Nice. Good job. GTG is hinted at path at the location Shadow Temple, so we know it's AD. And Ice is hinted at Water Temple, and we saw Bottom of the Well at DC. But yeah, it has been an hour, so let's just give a shout out to Zinedine, our restreamer. Thank you so much. And our trackers today, Ashling and Chuckles. Thank you for tracking. Without you, we don't know what they have. So,
Yeah.
and
So-
up with me in the commentary booth, Drew, of course.
The trackers are really the unsung heroes, but also big shoutouts to my co-com, Mr. Mario, for hopping in last second, pretty much. Our other commentator wasn't feeling too well today, so we had Mario hop in. We're having a good time here.
It's been a great time. As we have Decker going into Domain. So he put this off for quite a while. These checks are actually in logic super early because we got a scale in Mido's house. So there's no telling what we can find here.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many things left.
Yeah. I mean, we already found the Iron Boots, we already found the Magic. We're just missing Boomerang, Strength 2, and Dins. And we can basically do everything in the game. And we are still missing light arrows to beat Ganondorf, but that's a later problem. Save that for adult Link.
Yeah. Adult problems. Adult Link. I don't know.
Oh, we got a big chest in domain here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we got retro clearing river here. Decker did do that earlier, so
Yeah.
he'll be going up to Ice Cavern now, I assume, if he knows KZ skip. And seeing all the other tricks that he knows, I'm assuming he also knows KZ skip. It's a pretty big one to know if you're
Yeah.
planning on being competitive in this game.
And just a bomb bag here. So nothing too special. I already have one of those. Does help with the increased capacity, but
So there is, that was really close, man. That was gonna be so hype if he got that without that.
yeah, nobody does right side. I mean, like, people definitely do right side.
right
but-
side.
I know.
It's hard if you're not coming out of Lost Woods. There you go. Wow. Good job.
Nice. Yeah, just kind of winging it, and
Yeah, but that is the knowledge that Retro needed. He knows that it's hard AD now because he knows that GTG is at Shadow.
yep. Yeah, so he's gonna be the first to have all of the pieces to put together. Here,
Decker,
dumping his fish. I don't know if this is. Yeah, it's good.
It works.
Seems.
anywhere on the platform. And we got Child DC. Let's go.
Luckily
So we know
for these
something in
guys,
here is about to fuck up.
yeah. Luckily they do have these slingshot, and yeah, Decker did walk away from
Wait,
the diamond
no,
reward.
Decker. He didn't get the dining reward.
Hopefully for him, nothing there, but we'll have to see, I guess.
Oh, what did that say? GTG was something. Deku? Did that say Deku?
I actually didn't see it at all.
GTG
people
is
are saying
Deku.
Okay.
That's interesting with the Cac Pastagoma.
The bow?
What does
the
that
bow
mean?
to burn the web. So
I don't think that's
your
in logic, is
dins
it?
is locked by a bow.
Yeah, I don't think using the bow to burn the web is in logic in these settings, is it? Oh wait, you have fire arrows, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so Dins could be locked behind.
Behind fire arrows. But it's also behind something here. So I
well,
think
yeah, Dins is in
strength 2 here in DC, and then
Right.
Din's fire locked in spirit.
That makes no sense. Yeah, because if Dins was just in DC, then we could access this without a bow, and it would invalidate the path to Queen Goma. Because we have all the slingshots already. Oh, that doesn't matter what I'm talking about. It's adult DC. Or adult Deku.
So yeah, cool. That puts us 2 steps closer to go mode, so it's gonna be pretty interesting if that's the case. It's gonna be even more interesting if it's not the case, actually, but 'cause I can't imagine what else it would be. Do have some eye drops. But we do know Big Goron's dead, so not gonna be any funky Big Goron unfreezing King Zora logic. And we do have a big chest here, so
This is it. Strength 2,
Hopefully-
come on.
hopefully gonna be
What
a mystery
the-
solved. What?
What just happened?
He walked up the Armos and onto the chest.
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah, there's a strength 2.
yeah, okay, so as expected.
Yep.
As of like 2 seconds ago.
As expected of 2 seconds ago. Yep. So that hit in DC just telling us that basically strength 2 is gonna be here.
Yeah.
And then yeah, strength 2 can't lock anything in GTG because GTG is foolish. And well, Strength 2 has to lock Dins anyways, and GTG is in the shadow entrance.
Yep. Yeah, so pretty safe bet.
Yeah,
No.
Pastagoma has to be the vote, pretty much. I'm
Yeah.
not sure anyone did chickens, did they?
Yeah, Retro did chickens. It's just
Okay.
a bomb drop.
And the only thing they have left in CAC that could be hinted path is 20 skulls, and we don't really have that much left that would be valid.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we even need to beat Deku logically, so... So we have our like 2 Sphere 0 hook shots, and then like bow, magic, fire arrows.
Yep.
We have all of those things,
Yeah.
so...
It could be on the Colossus scrubs, yeah. It could be Din's Fire there.
True.
Wait. Can it? Yeah, it can, because crossing is behind magic, and as long as keys in spirit are magic locked, then crossing through spirit to get to adult Colossus is also magic locked.
Yeah, true.
So we know at least one key is going to be magic locked in Spirit Temple. Decker, don't die, please. Heart refill, maybe? Maybe not. There you go. Alright, so Retropolis is doing Shadow.
Decker's
seen all
leaving
this.
DC with the strength 2, so that not having that information that it's AD is definitely biting him a little bit here.
Oh yeah, he still doesn't know that Ocarina of Time is on the Storms because it was on Medigorn.
Yeah, it's
So he's taking the gamble that AD is not required. Which... I don't know. I don't know you do that. Because you get Strength 2, that's just an indication towards Spirit. And
yeah, but I think he's just playing towards like all Dins is just in spirit and kinda
yeah.
just not thinking beyond that, or I don't know. I guess like this is just as far as like the information that he has, it's just a gamble that Storms is not on AD.
Yeah. But maybe one of the hints here will change his mind.
Not that one.
Definitely not that one. So we know Jabu's in bud for the well.
Do we? I don't think so. It could be there or spirit.
It could be here, no?
It could be here. Yeah, I think it is here. It should be here.
Yeah, because Kokiri Sword was in a path location to Baronade, so...
Yeah, we don't know what's in bottom of the well. We know it's required.
Oh.
Whatever's in there. Oh, it's Forest Stumble.
Forest is here. So... It's not the Kokiri Sword path to Baronade unless Boomerang is in Forest.
True. Which it
So it has to
very
be
well
bottom of
could
the
be.
well. So I think we found all of our... Yeah, we found all our dungeons at this point. So Jabu's in bottom of the well. Yes, in Dungeon ER specifically, you can access Deku as adult so long as you open it as child, and you can access the Fire Temple entrance as child. The rocks are removed. As well as the bottom of the well entrance as adult. You can do that as well. Oh, we haven't seen water yet. But we also haven't seen the spirit entrance, so...
Yeah, so between the spirit entrance and the well entrance, it's Jabu and water.
Yeah, we don't know
But
which
like
is which
if
yet.
Boomerang is in Forest Temple, we don't have any confirmation that either entrance is any dungeon
What it is.
specifically. Yeah. Although I mean, people do seem to think one way or the other, and are definitely gonna act like they had to be correct when they are. But it's simply not the case.
Trouble doing a nice fast fan room. Yeah. Oh well. Oh,
Can't.
it's the other way
Jabu
around.
hinted to
Jabu
be
is
DC.
DC. We already. I thought it was the other way around. I thought we found where Jabu was, but no. I think we have most of our hints at this point.
Yeah.
With all our
I
barons,
would-
all our paths, 30 big round skulls, frogs. I'm just gonna say we have them all.
Yeah.
It's easier to do that.
Decker's still hopefully gonna go out of his way for hints. Just because he really needs that AD hint. I think he knows
There it
it
is.
too. There it is, okay. So he should go back to DC here.
Yep. He's gonna book it right back to DC because now he knows that AD is hard required.
And Retro finishing up with what he can do here in Shadow Temple, except for the Floor Master, which I don't feel like he should do.
Well, he definitely shouldn't if he knows his hints, but we'll see.
I mean,
if he...
only thing I could have at this point is... like,
Well, for him it could be long shot,
Yeah, that's
But-
true.
or strength 2 even.
Hmm.
But hopefully he susses out the logic that, oh, DC has my dins, I'm going to need to get that. And he doesn't have Ferori's Wind to set here, but... Okay, he's leaving. Good.
What a smart guy.
Everyone's making the right decisions.
Good stuff.
to see
You
it.
love to see it, yeah.
Alright, Retro is... What is he doing?
Looks like he's
Maybe
going to be working
crossing.
towards that GTG entrance, yeah. Which we know is going to be the Deku Tree. Definitely a
Yep.
good place to look for stuff.
And we know that... there's probably not going to be anything in Deku, actually. It could be Boomerang. Could it? I don't think it can be Boomerang, actually. But yeah, it can.
Yeah, if
Because Bolero
if
could
Jabu's
lock.
in bottom of the well, then Boomerang can be... I don't know. I'm gonna not.
Yeah. Just gonna see what happens.
Yeah, no. I think what I was saying was correct. I just don't want to follow the
Not worth
thought through to
worrying.
the end. Because I'm like trying to piece it together so I don't say the wrong thing. But
It's a lot easier when you have like a hint sheet like right next to you and are looking at the paths. In my
Yeah.
opinion, but
right now, you know, there are just entrances all over the place that have dungeons that you have to complete. So you're gonna go to the places and do the stuff.
I also want to make note that of the two of our runners, we have a total of 1 medallion that's not our pocket, and it has been over an hour. So,
Yeah, that's Dungeon ER for you.
yeah, we might be looking at a pretty slow seed. But things might be picking up soon here. Once we get all of our items.
Yeah, I mean, Decker's gonna pick up a stone, Retro's gonna pick up a medallion, so things are gonna be picking up right away.
Mhm.
Also wanted to point out Decker using the
He's doing
chew
the
strat
strat.
to light the eyes. Now he's not doing this strat. I don't even know how it works, this child, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess like you can just wing it. Yeah,
Alright.
Retro getting some of this field cleanup out of the way, which is pretty nice. Decker dropping that bomb too far off center.
He's gonna get hit.
That's just how it goes.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you get hit. Just gotta get back
Sometimes
up.
you don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, pretend that was worse.
Yeah, OT's a really deep game.
It's a very deep game with no glitches whatsoever. Oh, okay. Decker about to use a Kokiri sword would have been another cycle, but he didn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he wanted to go for like if he was trying to do like the, I don't know, pull sword and shield, but he has Hylian shield on. Although I guess it would cancel
yeah.
the slash anyway, but
Oh, no, it wouldn't.
doesn't it cancel the slash? I thought it did.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's probably what happened. It's really hard to tell what shield you have equipped with this
With a
model.
Miku model, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I have a hexagon or I have a pentagon.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mirror shield, but that can't be right.
All the shields look like mirror shield in this model.
Yeah.
Especially with a rainbow tunic and rainbow mirror shield, or rainbow shield color. Like, so
Alrighty.
Decker's doing Child Spirit. He knows this is required now, so this is a good play from him.
Yep. Yeah, I want to make sure that when you go to Adult Spirit later on, you're not going to get locked out or something stupid. And with Boss Key here, you definitely do need to do this. So.
Retropolis, I'm not sure if he wanted to get caught, but he turned the camera, so the
I think so,
guard
yeah.
was
He's
there.
peeking from up here, so pretty
Yeah,
smart.
either way.
It's a fast thing to do, so.
I like just ramming into the guard with my horse if I want to get caught, but I didn't think that was.
You what?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Pesky key still flying around. Alright, Retro's gonna find Deku without getting the hint from DC. So this will be a good, cute little surprise for him. He'll be able to do all of it.
Yep.
Even if he doesn't know the trick to burn the bottom web through the torch, he has fire arrows, so he'll be faster regardless.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm not going to assume that Retropolis doesn't know how to do any trick.
Yeah. Also, I was watching a 100% no SRM task yesterday and noticed that they hookshotted up to this level that Retro's on right now without like hookshotting the vines. They just hookshotted the wooden platform. Like, I'm wondering if I could do that.
I've seen that. And I think I was doing it for a little bit, and then I stopped playing for like a few months. I think this was back in like season 4 or something, or like Multi-World season 2.
Oh! Does
And then I just,
Retropolis
like,
not have
completely
Hylian
lost.
shield?
That's interesting. I wonder if he knows the hammer strat.
Yeah, there is a hammer strat, and I don't think he knows because he didn't even bother going into the side room. And that
Oh,
side
yeah.
room, you can just use hammer and it works.
Oh, boomerang.
Oh wow.
Does that make sense? Yeah, so Jabu's in the well, so people were right.
Yeah.
Is the seed broken? Do we need a reset?
What? Yeah, we know
So,
Jaba's in the well because that means
Yeah,
Bolero's the path. Hmm.
So Retro still needs that long shot, but looks like
Yeah, he doesn't know the strats. Sad.
that's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching this back, definitely learn the hammer strats for Adult Deku. It comes up
Yeah.
like once in 500 seeds.
If you link DM me, I will find it for you. Always happy to help somebody learn a thing. Or just buy a shield. But we're already here, you know.
Spend money on a shield. Okay, so Retro right now going to go hopefully to Deku. And when he does that, he'll hopefully remember about the scrub that has his long shot, so that we'll be on even playing grounds.
Yeah, I think first he's gonna buy this shield here.
Yeah, he doesn't want to forget about that, so he'll just get a Hylian shield. So
At this point, I guess like you're just hoping that you can find Requiem and just work your way backwards from Spirit whenever you do whatever dungeon's out there, which I guess is water at this point.
Yeah, so for those who are not aware, as adult, if you try to reflect to the seed pellets that the scrubs shoot at you in Deku with Mirror Shield, they just break. So
Yeah.
you need Hylian Shield, or use a trick you can do with Hammer to make them like activate in a certain way.
Yeah, you just kind of like pop them out one at a time by like manipulating your camera a bit. But it's a little tricky. It's definitely not something you can just wing. And if you don't know it exists, like you wouldn't even try because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this is the one thing that Mirror Shield is not good for. Like every other instance, Mirror Shield is just plain out better than Hylian Shield.
Yeah, it's made for reflecting, not deflecting. Although, like, you do want to reflect the seeds because you want them to go back to the scrubs.
Yeah, so
it doesn't do that. So I don't know.
It's a Mirror Shield, but it's not mirroring the projectile. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Surprise! It's Forest.
Surprise! You have to do Child DC. Sorry.
I mean, it had to be Child DC at this point for him. Or Jabu, I guess. Oh no! No! Don't go this way! You have the scrubs to do! Oh, this is really bad.
Yeah, I wonder if, like, mentally he's crossed out those scrubs entirely.
It definitely could be the case. It honestly could get down to a last location after he does everything else at this point, because we know water is at Spirit, and you don't really need to do it before everything else.
Okay, so we got two big chests here. ZL locked. We've only seen one key, so either of these could be
There it
demons, and there it is.
That's our glow mode between the two of us, or between the two of them.
Yeah.
Decker just needs the boomerang from Deku Tree and light arrows to beat the game. And he has a grand total of 2 dungeon rewards out of 9.
So pretty much just gonna see the dungeon rush here.
Yeah.
Just back-to-back dungeons for the rest of the seed.
But yeah, Decker is pretty ahead at this point, even disregarding the long shot. Like, he still has to go back and do Volvagia.
Oh no,
but what the hell? This was all.
He got bugged out. He got hit like as he shot the... Yeah, I've definitely had that before. It scares the crap out of you the first time it happens.
Just like hookshot jump accidentally.
Just like, oh no, like, am I stuck forever? Have I stopped long? Can I pause? Like,
Yeah.
But then he hits you again, it's all good.
Oh boy. Yeah, we don't know where light arrows are, so that could easily be in light trial, and golds could be in someplace awful, but like Child Born City.
Yeah, I think the worst thing at this point is like once you get that storms near the end of the seed, just so many checks all over the map open up.
Yeah.
And if light arrows are like a required strength 3 end up on one of those, you just kind of have to find your way to the correct check.
Well, light arrows are hinted, so if they're hinted on a place
Well,
with
yeah,
some,
that's true.
then it's fine. But if they're hinted to be in Light Trial and you have the entire game open now that you have Song of Storms, it'll be kind of hard. Retropolis being disappointed in the bomb bag.
Understandable.
So yeah, Retropolis on the other side only missing Dins and that long shot for glow mode. So they're each missing an item that the other has. Oh, and strength 2, but he's gonna pick that up in DC here.
Oh, we could see like a strength 3 lights
Oh.
on the diving game.
Ah,
Or
man,
no, I guess
that would
it
have
couldn't
been.
be strength 3. It couldn't be strength 3 because it has
Yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah.
strength 2 locked. Like
That
strength
would've
3
been
would have to be
something
strength 2 locked. But,
Yeah, because we know the path in DC for the Dins fire is a strength 2, so we can't just find a strength somewhere randomly. Has to be behind strength 2.
yeah, which Storms is, but that check is not. We're gonna see some more child DC action. Since he has a face cam, I'm kind of interested to see if there's any reaction to like the hint that
Yeah.
or I guess he already knows Deku's in GTG. So
Yeah, he already found Deku, so he doesn't
he should
care.
already
He might
know
not
that
even
he's
read the
getting.
hint.
He should know that he's getting strength 2 here.
Nah, he's gonna.
Yeah.
So
There's some
cold.
info you already knew.
Hopefully that bomb isn't too close. It's fine. Yeah. Decker not peeking these checks with a horizontal slash. If you do a horizontal slash with Master Sword or Biggoron Sword and it hits the chest, then you know it's big. Otherwise, it's small.
Yep.
It's a neat little thing you can do. Decker might leave here to check the entrance at Spirit. Because I think he knows it's water, right? No, he doesn't know it's water because he doesn't have the rank from Deku.
Yeah, I don't know.
So in his mind, this could either be Jabu or water at Colossus. But
It could also be like Requiem down there. So it's
he's
like
not gonna bother.
yeah. I think that's the correct play.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can always climb up after you're done here anyway.
You also have Prelude accessible, so
Yeah.
could be on that. But still, it's unfortunate. Can be a long. Actually, it's not gonna be that bad because if he wants to go back to that, he could just go through Spirit again. He
Yep.
has Bolero, so it's pretty fast.
Yeah, I think when he finally goes down there to complete the dungeon, if like from his perspective, if it ends up being water, like you kind of want to just do that and then reverse to Deku and do that.
Yeah, that sequencing will be very, very nice. And he'll be able to do all of it, because he actually has a Hylian shield, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to jinx it, but I think he does have Hylian. Oh yeah, he definitely has Hylian shield, because he was using it as child.
He also does know the hammer strat,
Yeah.
so if it ever came down to that, he does know it.
He doesn't use the fast push for the mirrors, though. Sad.
Probably he does, but I'm not.
Retro really pushing these skulls here, too. It's at 15 out of 20.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, no info pointing towards your long shot at all, so could, I mean, from his perspective, could literally be anywhere, and it really is like just sitting there in Sphere 0.
Also in Child DC, you can backflip on top of the Armos and not have to climb the ladder. Just for anyone
Yeah.
that is curious.
The tricky thing is, like, once you're on top of the Armos, you can't use the ladder. So
Yeah.
you have to
Go to the side and like try and climb up.
Just before any of you tries it out and then calls Mr. Mario a liar.
You liar! I can't climb the ladder. Retro? Getting the scrubs first, I guess. Yeah. The boomerang was in Deku Tree.
Yep.
Compass Room, which is at GTG.
Yeah, so Decker should be finding it on the way. There's a good chance that maybe he does a few extra checks in water, which could lose him a little bit of time.
I'd assume that he wouldn't go out of his way to clear water checks, though.
Yeah,
He's got a
especially
bunch
if you
of other
like.
stuff to do. You got well, Shadow's like 2 checks, but still, you got Shadow, you got Forest, the entirety of Forest. It's not hinted Baron, so in his mind it could be there. Especially with the Kokiri sword past the Baronade.
Also, okay, I'm gonna watch Retro do these Lizalfos here.
Oh, yeah.
But there is something I want to point out that I don't see anybody do. And
It's
it's
okay.
fighting them correctly. And he is fighting
Wait,
them
he's
correctly.
doing it? No way! He's
Oh my
crazy! Okay.
Okay, so, like, the first time you hit a Lizalfos, if you hit them with a stick jump slash, it's gonna run away and you have to fight the other one and get it down to a certain amount of HP and then just, like, repeat the process to kill them. You can actually hit them with either a Kokiri sword jump slash or a stick slash, and it won't put them over the threshold where they switch, but you can finish them off from that point with a stick jump slash. Which
Yeah.
seems to be something that not a lot of people know, and it is something that can come up with Dungeon ER in this season, so definitely
Yeah.
good to know. And I mean, like, I was surprised to see that, like, he not only did that, but, like,
Did it faster than I would have, like, imagined.
it was, like, literally, like, the glitchless strat where, like, you walk to where the Lizalfos is going to go. Like,
Does he play glitches? Like, is he a glitches runner?
I don't think so. I can't be sure, though, but, like,
Oh, man.
really impressive stuff. But yeah, like, that's why I kind of wanted to give him the chance to do it, because, like, I don't know, I just had a feeling that, like, he was gonna do it right.
Yeah. These alphas have 6 health, and a Deku jump slash does 4 damage, which is more than the halfway mark, so they'll run away. But a Kokiri sword jump slash does 2. But yeah, Decker will be going back into Spirit here, so he'll be going through Spirit to get to the Colossus, something that you only see in Dungeon ER. And he'll be able to clear water, get the song there, reverse to GTG and do Deku, get his boomerang and be in glow mode. Which will be very convenient.
And I'm sorry, I'm just shocked. I might be, like, Retropolis's biggest fan at this point.
Coming into the race on Decker's side, and now
Yeah, like, Decker's my boy, dude. Like, we talk, like, every day. We're on the multi-world team together, you know, hung out at SGL. But, like, oh, this guy's gameplay is so good.
No wonder he rose the rank so quickly, like, insane. Oh, nice animation of the chest appearing again, because he didn't open it. Alright, water temple time. Seeing new checks from Decker's side.
Yep, not that we have very much stuff left to find, just the potential strength 3 and the light arrows, which have to be somewhere.
Decker. I guess this is faster, even if you have iron boots, but it's not faster if you just iron boots from the start. Alright, where does Retro go now? Please go back to Lost Woods, I beg of you. I
Yeah, just do a
somehow
little,
doubt
like-
that's gonna happen. Because they don't have Minuet.
Yeah, he's playing Serenade, so it looks like going back
Adult.
adult. Because, I mean, you've seen Deku, you probably want to complete that. You can complete Spirit now with the Strength 2. You know Din's is in there, so you can complete Shadow. You know where Forest Temple is, you can complete that. Like, there's so
Get the
many
song on
places.
OT.
There's so
Like-
many places from his perspective where the long shot could be that, like, it just makes more sense to check those than clean up Child.
Also to know, Decker is immediately leaving water because he found the boss key on map chest, so he won't be punished for doing more checks in water.
I'm kind of hoping that, like, I don't know, like with Longshot not really locking anything in the seed. Like you can get the storms and then like maybe you're working your way through Lost Woods to do the grottos or something. But like you could also do those as adult, which like you can't check that scrub as adult. But if he remembers by that point, like maybe he does do a full clear and like cleared like Child Goron City or something. I think there's opportunity to find that long shot. It's just it's tricky, and I really hope he ends up going back.
Yeah. Decker with a nice, clean, quick Morpha. If you don't know, there's a 2-frame window, I think, to hookshot Morpha like immediately when you enter the room, because the cutscene is shortened. Or well, there is a cutscene for Morpha spawning.
Yeah, I think like within that whole strat, there's like 2 frames of lenience, like you said. So it's pretty tight. But it's like one of those things where like once you get the rhythm down, it's actually not that bad to do consistently.
Kind of the same rhythm for a lot of other tricks in this game too. So
yeah, and it looks really impressive. Very, very fast, way faster than waiting for the cycle. I'm getting called out.
We got Trez in chat.
I didn't
Trez
even do
in chat,
anything.
courtesy of J Dude.
All I ever did was tried to volunteer my time to make this season a success, make this restream a success, and I'm getting called out for it.
Guess I gotta do solo comms now. Sorry. All right. Retro not using hover boots, unfortunately. But
We've got a minuet.
Minuet. Huh.
It's not really gonna help us unless somebody wants to go back to fire to do checks. I mean, I don't know.
Nice quick pull
Oh
with
my
the
God,
lever
the
hit.
lever? Decker paying off the levers.
Decker paying money to the levers to help him with his execution. A nice
Got a
bottle with a
fish.
fish.
Decker does still have to kill Volv, yeah, so that is
Yep.
good, actually.
Decker has the boss key, has unlocked the door, he just needs to go back and kill Wolf.
Yeah, so that
And the
minuet is
minuet is
actually
very
good. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Good for you, Decker.
Good for you, but I'm rooting for Retro. Not
Listen,
biased
the
on
guy's
comms.
clean, alright?
He is. Absolutely. Yeah, Decker's gonna do all the checks on the way to Deku because in his mind, Boomerang could be anywhere at this point. Well, he should know that Jabu is in Well, So Boomerang definitely can be anywhere. Because Bolero is just the path.
Yeah, at this point he has seen every dungeon except for Jabu and Deku, and Jabu
Well, he knows
definitely can't
Deku
be at
is
GTG. So.
At GTT.
Oh yeah, and he
that's
does
the
have the hint. Yeah. So.
Alright, Retro has the Dins. Unfortunately, does not have the long shot, so he will be checking the rest of Spirit here.
First, let's stand on the chest.
Yep.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, not just directly in front
right
of the
in
chest.
front of
Okay.
it. This guy is so good.
My god. Clean except for cleaning Lost Woods. So true, unfortunately.
Yeah. It happens when you're hopping between settings so often. Like,
Haunted Wasteland as barren as ever. Decker also at 15. Oh, Retro now at what, 16? Maybe.
something
Skulls.
like that.
Team DDR. Alex is getting shafted.
I mean, we've been looking for a replacement for years. So.
Damn. Sorry, Alex. So you had to hear that. He knew it was coming. Alright. Well, Decker about to find out that his Boomerang is just chilling in Deku. That was a close jump slash.
Barely making it up
Retro.
there. Yeah, just an instance of muscle memory taking over a little bit there. Going back to the hand.
Decker also realizing that the tough chest is a heart. Also didn't comment on this, but Retro did not do horseback archery whatsoever. I don't think it was hinted. It could be hinted and I'm just not remembering, but
Oh,
he
I would have liked to see
decided
his
to skip
HPA. That'll determine whether I'm a true fan. And he will be going back with that Hylian shield. So maybe we will
Yeah,
see it.
yeah. That'd be cool. Watch him just pull up a 2000 score on restream.
I will die, dude. That'll just be too much.
Even like an 1860 would be like super cool to see.
Yeah, like that's like pretty standard for like somebody who's just like shooting
1820
the
maybe.
target on the way past or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be impressed if he goes above 1700. They average like 16, 17 maybe.
Alright, Decker equipping the Hylian
My
shield, not the
God.
hammer.
All of
Put
his
on that
tunics
Goron
are
tunic.
rainbow.
Yeah,
Why? Where's the hammer? Come on. Hammer's way faster for this.
he's just a very colorful fellow.
Even though it's just Miku's tie that changes color, I think.
Yeah. Got the long shot to speed up this room a little bit. Gets a
Try.
quick peek at the chest there.
Oh. This could be light arrows. It could be done.
Could be.
It's not.
No. Yeah, we're now gonna find all of those bait items that we've been missing the whole time.
Decker might be a little frazzled. Trying to go super fast.
It happens. He had the
Sometimes you
hover
just
boots
gotta
on there and just
slow down.
slipping around in a circle, and, you know.
Trying to do a Wind Waker Link impression.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. The chest despawned for Retro. He doesn't know
okay.
if the chest despawns. You can just look at the ceiling, like see up and look at the ceiling, and it just falls back down.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, now you know. Now chat knows.
That's crazy. You learn something every day for this game, I swear.
Did you also
Yeah,
know about
Decker's now
the like Link the Goron thing? Like, because you can bug him out where like he won't talk to you anymore. But if you pull out Ocarina, it fixes him.
No. 'Cause I don't think it bugged out for me ever, so...
Well, if it ever happens,
Yeah.
you know. I learned that one from Goomba. That's a Goomba original.
Wow, imagine Goomba teaching people about this game. Not Link to the Past. Alright, well. Decker is just about done with Deku. And he just needs to go mode. He just needs light arrows for go mode. With 5 dungeons left to do. Kind of 3 in reality, because he just needs to kill Volv and Goma at this point.
And Bongo, mostly. Like, you ride a boat, you do like 3 checks and kill Bongo.
Yeah. So honestly, we're just a forest from all of our dungeons.
Yeah, Forest and Jabu.
A forest when you're in glow mode feels like an eternity. Jabu is not that bad. Jabu honestly only takes like 7 or 8 minutes in glow mode.
Yeah.
In go mode, but he might open the checks hoping for light arrows. I'd say that's probably a bad decision.
Also, we got the
But-
fast pushes from Retropolis.
Yeah, what the hell?
I love this guy, man. This has been a pleasure.
Honestly. Alright, Decker is going back to fire. Even though you think he might be going to forest, it's still Dungeon Hero, so... He's gotta kill Volvagia. And after this, I'm assuming he'll just go to forest. Do that, go child. And finish up jab.
The recoil. So good.
Luckily, Retro has 6 friends. Actually, no, you do shadow before going child.
Twin Robo being very friendly here. Fire shooting immediately, ice charging a shot.
I've never seen someone go to the platforms to...
Yeah, I mean, it gives you the best view of the whole arena, for sure.
But then it could cause stuff like that to happen.
Yeah, so they are a little far away, a little harder to hit.
Decker got troll hold again. Oh, I don't know if he got troll hold the last time, but Retro got troll hold and now Decker did. Oh, that's
Oh,
just
he
a
got
death.
slapped.
Get bitch slapped by Volvagia. That's just too hard to damage, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Volv is actually, like, even besides the timer, a very scary boss.
Yeah, she does a lot of damage if you accidentally run into her, or she hits you, or she hits you with her fire. Like, everything does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
She's probably the scariest boss in the game, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Sometimes Phantom Ganon gets a little dicey.
Yeah, one heart, he starts like ramming into you with his charging attack. Yeah, it's not nice.
And Twin Roba can be scary, just like the amount of damage you can do. Like, even if you have double defense, she just melts you if you get hit by one of those beams.
Yeah. Alright. Tinker should be fine now. Wow, that's really unlucky.
I was gonna say he's not gonna be late to the hit this time, but
Uh-oh.
he's gotta get her on the
He's
way
got a
in now.
not. She's gonna fly now. Oh, she's not gonna fly. Oh, she's gonna fly after this.
Yeah, so he's gonna get a flying
it's
phase,
fine, just-
unfortunately.
Yeah. Take it slower.
Yeah, just
Try to get like 4 hits off her in the flight.
yeah, make sure she doesn't fly too close to you either.
Don't
Like she's
target.
flying directly at
Oh
him.
my god.
He just blasted like 11 arrows at her.
Yeah, I find it easier to not target Volvagia when you try to shoot at
Yeah.
her.
You gotta go for the twin mold strats.
Alright, 3 holes. It should be fine.
I don't know if he has the damage.
Oh, he's one
No.
off.
Yeah.
1 hit. Now he's gonna get a boulder phase. Oh my god, this Volvagia is something else.
It's a little dicey. Fortunately, he has the long shot, so he's kind of in a good spot regardless, but I mean, in a bracket match on restream, like, you can't really be feeling too good about this one.
It's
would
so
think.
unfortunate that the scrubs aren't here as adult, because if they are, then Retro would just be getting it right here.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe like being in Lost Woods is helping jog his memory a little bit, maybe. Or
Well,
if he does remember that
in
he
his
skipped them,
stance-
but like can't go back because it's just bad at the moment. Like it's just a
Yeah.
bad spot to look for
It's a
things at the moment.
super bad spot with all the things he has open.
Yeah. But regardless, we're doing required shadow, so
Yep. Decker finally killing Volvagia.
third time's the charm. Yeah, I would imagine he's probably gonna follow Retropolis into Shadow here. Or I guess he would probably do Forest into Shadow. Is that the better way to do this?
Yeah. Well, I don't
So then you just
know.
like long shot up from, or no, because because
Yeah, it's better to
Forest,
do
it puts you
Forest
outside
first.
Deku. The hook shot up, yeah. And he will only have Jabu at that point, and hopefully somebody's gonna find lights.
Yeah. We're seeing new checks from both runners at this point. Retro is gonna check back a shadow, and Decker is gonna check Forest. He's just doing this grotto. Oh, he's getting fairy. Never mind. He can't do the grotto. He doesn't have storms.
I think Retro does Bell strats.
Oh my god! Imagine.
There's no way. Like you wouldn't learn it because like it's not faster. It's just kind of. If anything, it's slower because of the lag.
Well, he could have just gone through all of Arthur's playlist of tricks and learned them all. Like, I don't know. Nah.
Now I'm just gonna fight the Stalfos. Spawn the second, which you actually can skip, or okay, never mind. Yeah, he's gonna spawn.
Yeah, if you stand like at the corner of the ship after you kill the first off, the second just doesn't spawn.
Yeah.
Decker's having a great time in Forest right now.
Yeah, everybody's always having a great time in Forest.
I definitely wasn't scared at all with that.
Yeah, that was a pretty early dismount there, but he's clean.
Yeah, so Decker right now is lights from Go mode, and Retro is missing the long shot from Lost Woods, the scrub near Decker Theater, which Decker got about 5 minutes into this. Maybe more like 10. So yeah, early game check, easily missable if you let the scrubs like kinda pass your mind. It is all dungeons. It's all dungeons to get Song of Storms for Jabba and the Well. Yep.
Thanks, Rock.
Let's see if Four Masters anything.
I was just thinking about that friggin' parrot on YouTube.
I was thinking about the same thing.
Rock.
I didn't want to say anything. Oh god. Chat thinks we're crazy. It's fine.
It's a ball. I love that guy.
Alright. Retro not gonna take the harder damage because he can survive one hit right now.
Yep. Definitely makes sense. Yeah, happy 2 hours.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
It's already 2 hours.
We do want to give a shout out to all the volunteers here today. Thank you to our runners, of course, DubuDeccer and RetropolisZone for putting on a really good show. I've been really impressed. Of course, thank you to Zinedine for restreaming this wonderful race. Thank you to our trackers, Ashling and Chuckles, the unsung heroes of the restream. Definitely don't get enough credit because it is a very tough job. And thank you to my co-commentator, Mr. Mario.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you as well to Trueness for commentating with me. Okay. Decker
okay.
just... We're not gonna mention that Decker just cheated. It's
only
not
a
a big
tiny
deal.
cheat.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. It did not save him any time at all. So
No. It's just...
if you unequip Iron Boots at a certain point, you do a little jump. So, and that's technically not allowed. Where are the hooks? So the first hook was on Ocarina of Memory game, which both of them have, and the second hook is a scrub outside of the Deku Theater. And that's the one that Retro is missing. Just completely forgot about the scrub there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, honestly, it's so easy to forget those. Dude, okay, half the time I'm doing Skull Mask quest, when I go to Lost Woods with the Skull Mask, I forget to do the check. Because I'm just like autopilot through that whole area. And like that little quadrant of the Lost Woods, like it just does not exist in my brain.
So now Retro's gonna go follow Decker here. Gonna go to Forest Temple. And we're gonna have a double forest! Yay!
Yay. Luckily, Decker's already halfway through, and I mean, there's still like the chance we get to see light arrows in here somewhere, so it's maybe a little bit exciting. It's not too much of the game left at this point, except everything that's Storm's locked.
Also get to judge both of these players' execution in Forest Temple.
Yeah.
Because it is one of the higher execution-based dungeons to do. It's a dungeon where you can save a lot of time if you know a lot of good strats, like what Decker's doing right now, to use a ground jump paired with hover boots to skip pushing all the blocks.
Oh, Retro has Scarecrow set.
Oh no, is he gonna do 3 key?
Do you think?
No way, no way, right?
There's no way, I don't think so.
I would... My job will be on the ground if Retro does 3 key forest. 3 key is worth it. 3 key is faster to get it first try. But that's a big if. And especially with him not having long shot, climbing the vines back up to attempt it again is probably not fast at all. I'm pretty confident that 3 key is just playing out faster, even without Ferrari's Wind. I'd have to check Solis for his temple document, but that's what I've been doing the past however long been doing for his temple. But yeah, you get a key, you go Stalfos, go left side first, you go through to the courtyard that way, and then you could just hopefully skip the well and end up back in the main room after the green Poe to go right back to the left side and do the rest. That's the theory behind it. I'm gonna say Retro's not gonna do 3 key force. Going this way first. But it's okay. It doesn't save that much time anyways in a non-key sanity seed.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like the strats you learn might just be limited to stuff that apply to S7, in which case like you wouldn't learn something like 3 key forest, because
even if key sanity is on, then it's key rings and
yeah.
you get all of your keys at once. Very clean Stalfos from Decker's side. And we're seeing a big chest. Could this be the lighthouse?
Oh yeah, I'm behind a lot. No, I'm looking at, I'm comparing their timers and...
Alright, so Decker's in go mode.
Oh, okay, good. Good for him.
Oh, he's not technically in go mode. He just needs to... He still needs to get Song of Storms, but he's in no mode.
So he will have to do 0 storms checks aside from opening the well, which is pretty nuts with scrubs on. Even with storms on AD, like I feel like that's pretty wild. Like I would think there would be like one thing at least.
Yeah. Seed is a very, very heavy, early loaded seed.
It's the great emote, by the way. It's like
what?
light arrow, but it's the
lemon
chicks.
Oh my gosh. The lemon arrows. That's amazing. Oh man. But yeah, so Decker right now he's gonna finish Forest Temple, and that'll give him access to Infinite Time. So after this, he'll go up to Shadow, beat Shadow, go to Temple of Time, go Child, get his Song of Storms, do Jabu, finish the game. This could be bigger on sword, so might as well pick it up. It's Ferrari's Wind, which is... It's useful if you do the Ferrari's Wind strats in Jabu, otherwise it's not.
Yeah. Which I think he does do them. And especially with Kokiri's sword, it's like...
Yeah, it's only worth if
you
you have Kokiri's sword, honestly. IMO. Then you don't have to worry about sticks.
Yeah. Or if you're go moding it, and you don't have to do any checks.
Yep.
So then you don't need nuts.
Don't need sticks or nuts. Just use choose, Ferrari's Wind, and Boomerang for the whole game.
Choose.
Yeah, dude, choose for the bottom strat. Make Zephyr proud. And me, because we figured it out together, I guess. Side note, Retro does know the ground jumps, hover boot strats. Let's go.
Let's go.
Man, he's gonna come into the commentary booth and say, "Oh yeah, I've been playing Ocarina of Time for like 3 years." And we'll be like, "Oh." I'm just thinking, because his first race was in October of this past year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely somebody who has put a lot of time into the game. Like, you can tell, it's just like, aside from like the tricks and everything, like even just like these really small things that like, I don't know, you just kind of have to like pick up from experience. And it's definitely very clear he's a very experienced runner.
Yeah. As an experienced runner, you see like these little things that he does that only other experienced runners like know to do. 4 years? Oh wait. Okay. He's been playing for 4 years apparently.
Oh wow, okay. Fair enough.
Well then.
It shows. Like, he's really good.
Absolutely. I'm surprised this is his first major tournament showing.
Yeah.
And hopefully it won't be his last.
No, yeah. I mean, like, even though this race is probably not going to go his way just due to the missing long shot early on, I definitely expect to see some big things this season. Hopefully.
Is this his first race, do you know?
I believe so. I think this is the first race in this group, actually. Possibly. Not gonna spoil any results. I am going to check the challenge though.
If you look on Decker's side, he might do the fast phantom gain kill. I don't know if he knows it, but oh, then never
possibly.
Look away. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But in a few minutes, if you look at Retropolis. No, so this group has Sponge and Gogeta in it, and it doesn't look like anybody has played any races. So this is actually the first race of this group, yeah.
Alright.
I mean, those are some pretty tough
to
opponents, but I think this is a really good showing from Retropolis.
Absolutely. It'd be very hard to beat Sponge and Gogeta, but definitely doable. Not out of the picture whatsoever.
I mean, like, okay, looking at this group after watching this race, this might be, like, the group of death.
Honestly, I could agree with you on that. Like, all the players in this group, seeing Retro's execution, are really good at the game. That's not to say, no one, like... That's not to say that not everyone in the top 64 is good. Like, everyone in the top 64 is insanely good at this video game because they made it to top 64 in groups. But yeah, this is some fierce competition.
Yeah, it's just like, if your like group's 4th pool player is playing like this, and I mean, like, he did have some unfortunate bugs that he ran into in qualifiers, which did affect his points quite a bit. Like, I think he would have placed quite a bit higher if not for the bugs that he encountered.
Oh.
But yeah, when your like 4th pool player is playing like this, like, yeah, that's a tough.
Yeah, Decker going back to Shadow. Retropolis not finding his long shot in that big chest. Not sure he'll be able to find it before Decker finishes. Because he still has Water and Deku to finish up, so... Oh. Refresh it. Cool.
Oh my god, it refreshed and like came back at full volume.
Oh, I
was
don't have the volumes on, so I... Yeah, Decker pushed the shortcut block, so he will be able to go right back down to the boat and finish up Shadow in record time.
The screen.
Oh, is there audio desync on Decker's stream? I think that's just a thing.
They're using RetropolisZone's audio, so
okay.
that's not the issue if there is. It's probably just a restream thing, because I'm not hearing any delay on my side. But
Okay.
hopefully it's fixed now.
Yeah, I think it's fine. So, got any guesses on a final time? Pretty much done with Shadow, and just a Jabu left to do. I'd say we're looking at a 232.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. I would say 230. I want to say like 234, 233, but I can't. I'll say 233.
Yeah, so we got the rest of Shadow here, and we have to go Child, get Song of Storms, open the well, go do Jabu, which is in the well,
Oh,
and
there's
then
Big
go back to
Gonzo.
Toll. Oh! Decker did not get that.
It's a 15
Decker
minute
losing
time
30
skip.
minutes. Oh, also interesting to note that Retropolis does not use custom colors. Just a little
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
that I didn't notice until right now. Well, let's see how his Phantom Canyon is. Now with Bigger on Sword, we're not going to see the fast rats with Master Sword, unfortunately. If that was an option.
Yeah.
And
Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't have been surprised. I just, but also, like, it's not something that very many players do.
yeah.
But I mean, I haven't seen a player yet that knows how to fight Lizalfos in the Dauntless Cavern, and that was honestly pretty shocking. So.
This is the first jump slash. Rock and Jack countering the point that he knows how to do the Lizalfos.
Good job, Jack.
Decker not quite getting the one cycle on Bongo, but this should be a fine 2 cycle. There we go.
Yeah, I think the nerves are getting to him. I think normally he does have the rhythm there, but looks like he was just opting to spam, or maybe just a little nervous, just stabbing a little too fast. But I mean, you're at that point of the seed where you're in go mode, you've just got to execute, and things are pretty stressful.
Also, he's mismarked the Shadow and Jabu medallions. He's got them the wrong way around.
Oops.
Oh well.
Yeah, not.
He'll
that's
find
gonna
out
matter
when he
at
goes
this
to
point.
Temple of Time.
You were gonna lose that time anyway, regardless of which way around these medallions were. So lose the time grabbing the prelude song. I mean.
Yeah.
got Requiem on Prelude. Very cool stuff. Not gonna help us at this point, but
Yeah,
very cool stuff.
it would help Retropolis though if he decides to pick that up
That's
and make
true.
it a quicker trip to water. But we might be seeing horseback archery from Retropolis pretty soon after
That would be
Deku.
cool. I'm down.
Decker, yep, has to pick up the Song of Time song, so the fastest way to do that is actually to warp to Lake Hylia and take the owl, and not just walk out of Market. Funnily enough.
Yep. I remember back in the day when this bridge would be up if you had completed all dungeons. So if you walked out of Market, you just fall into the boat and then you have to swim around
yeah.
and grab this song.
Oh, the good old days.
The good old days. 'Cause that's how it is in vanilla, because you would never be able
Yep.
to do that.
Because you don't have Prelude as a child.
Metropolis gonna pick up the Stone of Agony here.
Be in agony.
Just another big chest that is not your go mode. Which, I mean, it's gotta hurt at this point, like seeing
Yeah,
all
every
these big
single
chests,
big
like-
chest. None of them are long shot. Decker. Trying to think this is Breath of the Wild and you can climb every wall, but unfortunately, that's just not the case.
Maybe he just doesn't understand how stairs work. Like he's just climbing them sideways.
Alright, Retro's at 20 skulls, so that's gonna be his last skull.
Yeah,
Long
no
shot
need to
was
go
in
any
Frost
further.
Woods. A child only skill. So I'm pretty sure he goes and dips water after this horseback archery, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
That just makes the most sense to him right now. Alright, got a Jabu from Decker. Go mode Jabu, let's see how fast. He entered at about 222.40-ish. He is doing Furor's win strats, so you were right.
Cool. Yeah, especially with Fukiri's sword, like we mentioned, it's pretty good, pretty fast.
And we'll see the reason why Furor's wind is so good in a couple more minutes here. Yeah, everyone's definitely been in the position that Retro is here. Just, you missed one thing, you're never gonna go back for it. It's just out of your mind completely. You unfortunately end up last locationing.
Or like, even if it's in your mind, like in his position, you just can't get there. There's no way to, like, you ever go back for that. Like, even if
might
you
be thinking,
remembered, like,
if it's
ah,
there,
dang, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, Decker's gotta wait a bit for the platform because it's Scrub Shuffle. Which is actually the vanilla behavior. They modified the game so that the elevator would be at the bottom in non-Scrub Shuffle, so it would be faster to go up this room.
We're gonna get a yawn out of Rudo.
Pause, sure.
Oh, let's go!
Reshroom can't hear it, but...
Dude, there was one time, there was one time I was watching Yoshi Kion play
1640 is very respected.
And Rudo yawned like twice back to back, like immediately on the
What?
platform. It was nuts. Never seen that before.
I've never heard of that.
I've been waiting for it to happen again someday, but it's not happened since. I've never seen it before that. That was like the one time I've ever seen it.
Oh, nice. Decker's getting the cutscene skip.
Yeah,
And he's gonna pick up and throw Ruto right back down. What this does,
See,
it puts Ruto's respawn position back in the main room with all the holes. And that's why he set Furoi's Wind, is so that when he kills this last tentacle in the next room after this one, he can just Furoi's Wind right back and not have to worry about killing all the other enemies.
Yep, so you don't need to kill any berries, you don't need to watch the cutscene of the door opening. You just warp back to the main room, and you're free to go on your way.
Something to note, Retropolis is child now, so he'll be
So he's
doing
picking up that
Jabu?
AD song. Yeah, he's going Jabu.
And then maybe he'll remember Lost Woods. Who knows?
Yeah,
Decker, okay.
at this point, like, it's definitely too late, but, like, this is, like, the one opportunity you would have to do these checks. Like, you're already child, like, maybe I'll just clean up everything I have left as child, sort of deal.
Yeah. It must feel better than dipping water without long shot and finding nothing.
For sure.
Especially now that you have Song of Storms. Oh, he doesn't have Minuet. Which... Where was Minuet? Oh, that was at Requiem, right.
Right, yeah.
So if he picks up Minuet right now, he can get the Scrubs Grotto in Sacred Forest Meadow, go out and get the Scrubs, and that'll be his go mode.
Yeah.
And that would be a pretty fast line of checks to do as well. Let's see what he does. Can only hope that he finds his go mode before Decker finishes. And now he knows that Jabu is in the well.
You're getting a nice backflip to behind Big Octo here, but getting trolled by the spikes a little bit.
Gonna do this one isolated check in Desert Colossus before anything else. So let's see if he plays Nocturne or Minuet.
Yeah, I would expect you do your required dungeon first, and then afterwards, just like, okay, before I go adult, like, let me just do these couple things. But
oh, he's gonna check Haunted Wasteland as child here.
okay, I mean that makes sense as well. You're never gonna be back here again.
Yep. It's the only thing you have left in this area besides the Scrub Grotto. Nice clean buck skip from Decker.
Very good stuff. You love to see it.
Let's see it. You're getting a better reverse wasteland than I do on Retro's side.
This guy's better than the first seed. What the heck?
Look, all I'm saying is that if I play him in a seed, I would be scared.
I would be terrified.
Alright, Nocturne it is. So he's gonna go do his required Jabu.
Yep. Can't really fault him for that.
Yep. Then what is he thinking of doing after? Will he do a child cleanup or will he just go right back adult? I would assume he does a child cleanup just for the fact that he doesn't have much left to do as child.
Yeah, and like maybe you're thinking about like Frogs 1 and it's like that's definitely something you would want to get out of the way before you go adult. And like it's faster to dive through from Lost Woods, and Lost Woods is where your long shot is.
Yeah, so you could be thinking after this, oh, I got 20 skulls and then I can go upriver into Lost Woods, or I can just play Minuet and go the reverse way, like Sacred Forest meta, Mercury Forest, Lost Woods River.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll do a really efficient child cleanup.
There's no way this is faster on Decker's side, right? Than taking the owl.
I'm not sure what he's doing.
He's going to
the
Temple
owl
of Time.
is definitely faster. Absolutely.
That's okay. We're just doing a little hiking.
Yeah, it seems like both of us underestimated the time we had remaining as well. The Decker is just now going back adult, so we're probably looking at a more of a 239, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I was actually like, I was looking at it after Shadow, or sorry, after the song pickup. I'm just thinking like, yeah, a lot of this stuff takes a lot longer. Like back of Shadow and grabbing the song and walking to CAC and everything just take a lot longer than I really gave it credit for, I guess.
I saw both of the runners jump across to the platform in that room that Retro was just in, and it is faster to go around it, just so people know.
Yep.
It's faster by like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
I timed it once. Suppose we could switch to Decker's audio now that he's definitely in the lead.
Yeah, the problem is I don't think he has like, I don't think he plays with like music in game. I don't know if it's like.
Oh, he has clean audio, so he's fine.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be like nothing. I think.
No, there's music. There's music.
Okay. I mean, I hear Miku. I don't hear. But there's no music in this area. So.
There's music in Temple of Time. It's fine.
Okay. Cool.
I swear.
Okay. Yeah, Retro is skipping the scrub here.
Oh. I didn't even realize. But luckily for him, that is not where his long shot is, so... It is also long shot.
Yeah, because there's a key on the hand, yeah.
Yeah, Spirit
right.
clears
this
long
guy's
time.
Just smarter than all of us.
Either
so
this
your long
guy
shot
is
actually
thinking about
can't
that,
be Storm's
or...
Lock. Like, if you think about the logic, it can't be Storm's Lock, so...
That's huge. If he actually pieces that together.
Yeah, that's huge information. He's skipping every check.
He's also... Yeah, oh my god. Making us feel like fools in the commentary.
Yeah, we've been saying the whole time, like, oh, you check Storm stuff. No, it's just, like, complete, like, it just can't be there.
My god. That's what happens when you're watching instead of playing a seed. Like,
yeah.
You think, oh, Decker has a long shot for all this time. Like, it doesn't matter. It could be anywhere, but you think about it from Retro's perspective, like, Spirit's long shot locked. You can't get the Song of Storms logically.
Yeah, good for him for recognizing that.
Decker's Iron Knuckle fight is looking very good.
Yep.
Want to point out. I had to jinx it. Never mind. He should be fine though. There he goes.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
A mostly very good Iron Knuckle fight. So he's got about 3 minutes left. 3.5 minutes left.
Well, at least nobody can say that we cheated and looked at the race room to get the final time.
Very true, very true. Okay, I'll be very impressed if Retro does the 2-second time save of backflipping in this room. Is it even save 2 seconds? I don't know. It might save like 1 second.
I think if you set it up the quick way, where like you throw Rudo and then like flick the angle before the cutscene starts.
Mhm.
But if you have to like see up the angle, I think it's not worth it, honestly. So you can just do like the roll in and then yeah, do this whole
Like
thing.
that. Yep. Clean fight, good fight.
Unfortunately, he got the broken stick, so he can't do the little slide around the spikes, which is a lot of fun to do.
Doesn't do the swag mega flip.
Yeah. Probably just being very conscious of the rules, you know. It's first major tournament, you don't want to fuck around and get banned. And
Yeah, we already got Decker breaking the rules in Forest Temple. That's a joke for legal reasons. Alright, Decker is on Ganon. So who will
Yep.
be first to finish their respective thing? Will Decker finish Ganon or will Retro finish Baronade? It's the race against bosses.
I really would like to see Retro finish Baronade first, just to see what like his next decision would have been. Although I
Yeah.
suppose we could always ask, but I mean, like knowing that Spirit is long shot locked, I think
It might push him
really
adult.
narrows down the options.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Like with the minuet though, like
Oh, what does he have?
maybe you clean
that-
up.
It's not blocked by Song of Storms. He has like the grotto in. He has Water Temple. He has the grotto in Colossus.
Yeah, but there's also like Goron Pod, Big Rolling Goron. If you
Yeah.
didn't do that,
Child Grown
Scrubs.
City. Other than that, I think that's mostly it.
Nice Baronade fight.
Yeah, very good. And one more hit for Decker. There we go.
Well, let's see if we get a fast blue warp. Position looks good.
Oh, easy.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Mad respect.
Alright. Everyone put your GGs in chat for DubuDeccer. Gonna be coming out on top in
Yeah,
this.
picking up the
first round.
first win in his group. So, GG's.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll join they'll join us here for interview.
Yeah, I do see them both in the waiting room.
Yep.
So I'd imagine they'll be joining any second now.
I guess we can drag him here.
Can we do that? I think I don't know. Our restreamer's up there talking to them, so we'll just yeah, okay.
Alright, now we're
Welcome.
joined by Decker and Retro. GG's.
Hey, thank you, GG's.
Yep.
Congrats to Decker. I think that was pretty well deserved.
What a
we
great
worked out.
showing, like, from both of you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's-
Well,
That's very nice. Thanks, Mario.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
I have stories to tell of things that happened.
Oh, please do.
I'm sure everybody was enjoying some of the things that were going on, but there was a lot. I think the first thing that was really terrible was when I ran out of time on the heat timer in DMC, and I touched the grotto, and I just kept falling. And I was like,
The frame perfect.
I was like, okay, that's not good. But I think what it was for a lot of the seed was it's my first time on Restream and the first time in like a bracket match, so I think the whole thing was just kind of, nerves, I think. First half especially. Second half went a lot better, I felt, but at that point I was like, damage is kind of done, but...
Yeah, I could really tell, like, looking at the camera, like, you're doing, like, a lot of, like, shaking, like, you're definitely doing, like, that, like, whole leg bounce thing. Like,
Yep.
I know, like,
Yeah.
that
Leg
lags
bounce.
me as well. Like,
Hey,
when I was
I
at
mean-
SGL, I had that
Yeah.
going, like, the
Like,
whole
When the
time.
platform
Yeah.
shakes.
Do you not just like do that all the time though, Drew? Like
Yeah.
I was doing that. Like I'm just like tapping my foot, and then like one foot goes up on the chair, and then it's bouncing, and I'm just like
Yeah.
skipping like 5 or 6 times throughout the seed.
But no, like, I would say the nerves didn't really show through in, like, your gameplay. Like, your gameplay was really clean. We were honestly super impressed.
We were
I know it
very
feels different as the
surprised.
runner. Like, you only
Yeah.
notice the mistakes and stuff, but, like, we were like, wow,
Yeah.
like, he can do this. He knows this, like, with, like, every little thing. And,
Like,
like,
even the
fighting
Goron
those
City,
Alphos-
like,
oh my God.
grotto without like, a tunic, like...
Oh yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I was like,
That was crazy.
I've spent a lot of time in the lab, but it doesn't really help just getting in that that control, I guess, when you're actually in a race. I think that was really the biggest weakness overall. But
Fair enough.
Yeah, so someone said in chat you've been playing Ocarina of Time Rando for what, 4 years, and this is your first major tournament?
yes,
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
kinda
we can
spooky.
definitely
it was kind
you
of
can
on and off.
definitely tell.
It was on and off, but I was like, I'm just gonna join because it just seemed fun, and I had the time this year. I didn't really have time last year, and this year I did, so I was like, I'll join. And that's when I spent a lot of time in the lab, practicing stuff, reading logic. Like from the first qual to now, I can really see that a lot of things improved. Yeah, how was Decker's experience with this? Because I think the seed itself was pretty good.
Yeah. Like, okay, so there were like a couple of things where I was like, okay, decisions didn't quite pan out, but like going to fire, not having the enough hearts to really do
Yeah.
evolve, going to shadow, which was like 50-50. Like,
Yep.
I mean, I could have left. Well, as soon as I saw it was shadow, I could have just left because like the path to the DC path to Bongo made it pretty likely, or like pretty clear, you're gonna need to do the spike room at the end, right? Because all you were missing was like magic and dents for possible items for shadow. So it was like, okay, you need to do it, and I don't have either of them. And I got magic in there. I was like, that's cool. I guess I'll keep going, even though I know I'm not going to be able to finish. I'll just do the shortcut and eat the time loss later.
Yeah.
At least irons were at the end, so that was quite nice. But like, I don't know how much that helped based on the timing I got them.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
wondering if
uh,
you actually sussed out the logic or not, because you didn't leave after the first 2 checks. And at that point you knew that didn't have to be in or behind Donongo's.
Yeah, I mean,
No, yeah, no, I knew
that's
that.
exactly why I left. I didn't even bother going on the boat. I was like, I was hoping to find
Yeah,
like
neither of you did,
Furore.
so.
I was like Furore maybe, but it,
Yeah, no, like 100% knew that you'd have to do the spike room as soon as I was there. But like, I just felt like doing the rest of it while I was there for checks could work out if it was like boomerang or something like that in there at that point.
yeah. I mean, you're not gonna leave when you're there, right? Like, you might as well play up to the point where you can't
if
continue.
You either leave at dead hand, so like literally
Yeah.
the first 2 checks,
Yeah.
or you continue to boat. So,
Yeah, I think that's
Uh,
fair.
and it's kind of just like whether you think there's going to be an item in shadow or not, and what you think it is, I guess, as well. So like in this, I thought there was going to be an item. I didn't think it was going to be irons. I thought it might be something helpful. But the time loss isn't a huge issue there. I think it's more traveling there that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I had ran into the same issue because when I play DER anyway, I tend to just go for entrances and see what they are because sometimes you don't have the hints and it's really hard to tell what's where. So you're just gonna go places that are in reach, I think, and then if it's a bad dungeon, well, I guess hike back. But I don't know. It's hard to avoid with DER. I think a situation like Shadow that you caught in.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, some of these things are like pretty easy to think about, I think, personally, but that's like through just side tournament experience, right? Because
Yeah.
we pick Dungeoneer quite a lot in multi-worlds. Scrubs are always on in there, so like I kind of already know how I want to be playing the seed with like checking entrances and things like that. And I think the way the entrances panned out on warp songs and stuff, like the early decisions of like backtracking didn't pan out, but I think like the way I went about my dungeons in the sort of last stretch was pretty good.
Yeah, like we pointed out at one point that like the sequencing from like Spirit was just gonna work out perfectly for you. Like there's pretty much nothing that could stop you, and you're just gonna bounce from like dungeon to dungeon to dungeon.
The only janky bit would have been if Jabu was in Spirit rather than Water, but as soon as it was Water, I was like, okay, sweet. Like I can just do this now.
Oh yeah, that works perfectly if you get actually have the long shot. Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah, so like dip down, get water, reverse to Deku, do Deku. Oh, that's my boomerang. So now I'll just like play minuet, clean up fire, go down to forest, do that. Oh, now I'm in go mode, go up rise, do shadow.
That's nice.
Felt good.
I had a different route, definitely.
Yeah, but Retro actually got the hint that Song of Storms was on Ocarina of Time way earlier than you, Decker, because there was a
I'm
hint
not
at
surprised.
Okay. He knew that it was logical or hard AD for a lot longer than you.
Yeah, when I found Forest in Deku Tree, I was like, okay, this is AD. Because the entrances were up.
Yeah. I mean, by the time you found the Ocarina of Time and Song of Storms hint, we knew that Ice Cavern was at water and the Well was at trail, so we just needed the GTG hint from River, and that was basically it.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw the GTG hint in Shadow, I wasn't like 100% obviously that it was AD. Like it was 50-50 at that point. But I was like pretty convinced that it would be. I just really wanted to find the hint before I had to make the decision, and then I was in DC and I was like, well, I didn't find the hint after I pushed a load of hint stones.
So that's why I commit?
I would have taken some time. So you know the choose in DMC, I like goofed my angle on the wall. Like I ended up at an angle instead of a normal, like
I saw that
straight on, and then missed landing on the ledge to get the choose. So if I'd had those choose, I would have just done DC while I was there. But instead I got choose like after being in DC.
Yeah, and
at the same time
do the side rooms.
Yeah. Like as soon as I got the choose and then found the hint, I was like, great, I guess I just have to go back because I need to anyway. But at least I got the choose now, so lucky. But it is what it is.
I'll be interested to watch this back because it does seem like the route was pretty different there.
It was, yeah. You opted for like going back to Child a little earlier than Decker did. So you ended up doing stuff like Bottom of the Well, and like even when like you found magic, Decker was just finding the other magic in Shadow. Like you guys both pretty much found magic back to back, and then you were fighting Dead Hand. It was funny.
Yeah.
Was there anything else in the well, or was that basically a waste of time then?
I think it was just the magic.
Just the magic.
Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I don't think that was really where the time loss was. I think it was little things like I got to Deku and I didn't realize, wait, I don't have a Hylian shield.
Right.
I need to get back later, and I got troll-holed by Volvagia, and I tried to rectify it, but the bomb hit him, and I was like, I'm just gonna reset. This is not gonna work. And then in Spirit, I've never had this happen before. I guess you learn from everything. When you spawn the chest with the ZL hand, I left to just do something else, and then the chest was gone. I was like, okay, I'll just play it again, but then it didn't work, and I was like, I don't know what to do, but I'm just gonna save and reset at the best moment and hope that works, and it did. But
I think it is worth a rewatch because like for every little thing like that, Mario and myself are like pretty experienced runners, and we kind of know like workarounds for each of the things that you ran into, and did comment on them. So I think it might actually really be worth just looking back and seeing like little comments we make about certain things. And if you ever need help, like you can reach out. We're always happy to help.
No, I appreciate that.
It's always nice to see a newer player come into the scene, and especially
I
like
appreciate that
coming in and being this good. Like it's,
you
it's
like shocked all of us in the comments.
I mean, like I said, the first half felt bad, and I was like, this is a probably loss. In the second half, things went a lot better, and that's when I sort of settled in. But you know, maybe in the second and third race that I do, I can just settle in sooner. Maybe that'll help.
The first
Also,
one
GG's
is
on the
always
stream.
the most stressful. Yeah, GG's.
Yeah. Thank you. No, I mean, it was just a lot of mistakes like that I think added up. I think had stuff like that not happened, like, I'm not sure. I don't think I would have beaten him, Decker, but it would have been much closer, I think. If I didn't have to backtrack to, like, Deku Tree, if I didn't have the Volvagia episode and, you know, all those kinds of little things, the Spirit Chest, I think it would have been pretty close in the end.
Like the race
Yeah, for
of
sure.
race of 100 steps or whatever. Like it's the little
I think-
things, right?
Yeah, I think it would have been, like, in a couple minutes, probably, but...
Yeah,
Oh,
only
and I
12 minutes
missed-
behind isn't like
Yeah.
bad, honestly.
And this is funny, I picked Scrubs and I just forgot the Scrubs in Lost Woods at the theater. Thankfully, I realized right after job, we were like, oh, I didn't do them. Guess I should before I started doing adult checks. And then there it was.
Yeah, we figured that was probably a nerves thing in the early game.
Yeah.
Just having all these
Yep.
things going on.
Yep.
Especially with like how quick you get items in that seed. Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you just like
It
get
was very
strands,
quick.
get bombs. You're just like, well, I have everything.
I
Yeah, I
was
think
also-
we were commenting at like 30 or 40 minutes or something, and just being like, okay, like these are the items that are missing,
We need,
and
like,
like not
5
even
things.
just for the med dungeons. Like these are the items you're missing to do every check in the
period,
game. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was sat with like looking at my items, like I'm missing Dins and Rang and then lights, and then I go DC and I'm like, okay, well I'm missing Dins, Rang, and lights, but now also if it's the 50/50 AD, I'm still just missing that, which is cool, I guess. Yeah, it was weird. It was a bit nerve-wracking though, like at that kind of hour mark where you're like, oh, this is like worryingly like a lot of items this early, and I like don't have medallions. I'm like,
Yeah. I think the first medallion we saw was from Retro, the fire medallion, the fire reward at like
Yeah.
an hour plus. Like
yeah, that makes sense. Like my first medallion was like, I don't know, 130 or something. Like I feel like I had
Mhm.
at least 2 of the stones before I picked up any medals.
I mean,
That's the thing
Dungeon
with,
ER
like,
just
Dungeon
tends to do
ER.
that.
it's like
Yeah,
a lot of
that's true.
setup.
And then just like dungeon rush.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I also had a dungeon rush there at the end. And I was looking for long shot. I was like, well, Storms is long shot locked at least. So I just like Jabu go moded it as well. And then it just sort of landed in my lap, thankfully, at the end.
We didn't even realize at first that Longshot was Storms locked, and then someone in chat pointed it out to us, and we're like, "Oh my
Other way
god,
around.
he's." Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Longshot, Storms. Longshot was not Storms locked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
long shot
Yeah.
was required for Storms. You'll get that. You'll get that.
Oh my god, Longshot locks Storms. Yeah.
Yep. So I was like, well, Jabu. I was kind of glad actually because all the if you have like Scrubs and you get Song of Storms last, and you're missing one item, that's kind of scary. Because there's like, I guess Gerudo Valley was foolish, so that helped.
It looks
But-
like 2 off, yeah, but there's still 4, so
Yeah,
not
and
great.
there's like Frogs 1, so it I was glad that wasn't the case, and it was like, well, some easy check then, or maybe Deep Fire, but. But yeah, I mean, it was fun though. Like I said, I don't really mind losing. I just really enjoy the experience of being like the tournament and like learning stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
not upset. I'm just glad that I was able to participate, and thank you guys for the restream. And again, congrats to Decker on the victory.
Thank you. TG's.
Yeah, and I guess looking ahead, you guys excited for the rest of your matches against Sponge and Gogeta? We were pointing out like that's a pretty tough group.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I do quite like playing Sponge. Like, I get on pretty well with Sponge. I like racing against Sponge. I've been in like, I don't know how many 1v1s with him at this point. Just like either casual or in things like SGL. So, I'm looking forward to that one a lot. Gogeta is like more of the nerve-wracking one because I'm like, okay, this could like matter a lot for the group. And also, like, I've barely played against Gogeta. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
I just hope that I can go into the second and third match a little bit more settled in, and then I think I would have a chance. I think that's really the most important thing: get that focus in and calm the nerves. Because I wasn't really nervous actually when I was at work today, but then you get home and you start, and then it sort of creeps in.
Yeah. Definitely been there. Even like this season, I find like it's the first match of the season for me is just like always like, oh god, like it's happening.
Yeah.
Like, what
I
am
think it's
gonna
also
do?
like you're on restream. Don't make myself look like a fool. Yeah.
And then you like fall off a ledge somewhere you shouldn't, and you're like, oh no, everyone's gonna call me an idiot.
You missed the man on the
Oh,
roof
no.
jump. Like,
I find like early on I'm always like that, and then I'm just like, you know what, like they're not gonna see it for another 20 minutes, and by then I won't even remember that it's happening.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter, and that usually calms me down. But
I'm not gonna lie, my takeaway now is like when you do the really cool things and you're like, I hope people saw that, and you like go back in the VOD and it just kind of happens and just no one picks up on it. Like, I'm just like, hey, if that's gonna happen, I don't care if they look at me doing something stupid. Like, just if they focus on that, then they can do that, and then like at least just like look at the good stuff before you criticize the bad stuff, or before I care about the bad stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Well, all right. Yeah, GG's. Thank you, runners, for letting us restream you. That was an incredible race.
Again, no problem.
yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, GG's to you, DubuDeccer, and Retro, like everyone said, amazing first tourney race and on
Thank you
restream.
very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Going to go really well. Thank you to our trackers, Ashling and Chuckles. Thank you so much for doing the heavy lifting, so we can just be here and chill. And thank you, Mario and Drew, so much for the comms. Yeah, like Drew echoed earlier, they said a lot of good advice, and I learned a lot just sitting here. So it was a treat. So I know I enjoyed it, and hopefully Chad and anyone that watches the VOD will as well.
I will definitely watch back and try to pick up on the things that Drew and Mario pointed out, where I could have maybe rectified some bad situations in a better way.
Yeah. I think you'll find you gained some fans, so that was pretty cool. It was pretty
Wow.
cool. Pretty
That's
cool to see.
pretty awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
So just quick things for the schedule. Tomorrow we have 2 matches: Sombre versus Avi in Group B, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the number 1 and the first pod and second pod.
63.
Yeah. Oh wait, I thought Sombre was second in that pod. Maybe not. I'm going off of memory. On that.
Oh, it's obvious. Okay.
It's obvious.
I have to look at that.
I don't remember. Okay, but it's a pretty important match. I know Zafi was saying that it's a pretty important match for that group. Then Angel and Check Raise. I know Angel got his first win the other day. I think this is Check Raise's first match. And then Wednesday, we have a slew of matches. Louis Ferns versus Sanzo, Road versus Barrow, Kidams versus Balthier, Marco versus Russian, and as mentioned before, Dubu versus Sponge. So that'll be awesome to see. Then myself versus Hyper, and then Cine versus Gav. So Wednesday will be packed. Please join us then. And if you want to see the rest of the schedule, type !schedule. So any last words from anyone here in the booth?
No, just I guess a final thank you to everybody and
No,
Zoom
yeah,
for
thanks
restreaming
everybody
since
for the tournament, for all the efforts, for just the fun times. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But
Awesome. Yeah, well, thank you so much, everyone. We are going to right over to Revan, who's doing a combo monitor. So from everyone here and the CSR fam, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
bye.